Hey, everybody. This is Let Me See Your Transcript, your very favorite history teacher. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope y'all Father's Day and your Juneteenth yesterday was great. Mine was very good. I did a couple of lives, went out with my bestie to the movies, did some self-care. Um, Even did a third live last night. It was about narcissism. And I'm probably gonna do a part two. So please go check those out. Um, but after I did all that, I was trying to figure out, okay, who's on live, right? I checked out KKC, I checked out Nappy Yankee, then I saw Shakim Ra exclusives was on. Now let me say this, like I said, me and Shakim, we're cool people right now. We're cool people now. We wasn't always then. Um, Now I don't agree with everybody on his thumbnail of his video last night, but that's the way he runs his channel, and this is the way I run my channel. But when I went over there, I was thinking like, okay, is he talking about some people that's on his thumbnail that I really don't care for. The only person on his thumbnail that I really like is Lennon Honor. The rest of them, wait, who was on his thumbnail last night? Yeah, that's about it. The only people on his thumbnail from last night that I like is Lennon Honor and his wife. That's it. So I was hoping by the time I got over there, he was talking about Umar Johnson and other people. But lo and behold, what surprised me when I went over there was he wasn't talking at the time. He wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the fact that he is no longer, I guess, not gonna be on the Shout Into the Void podcast with Miss T Pre of Black Law Entertainment Channel and Breaking the Culture of Silence. So I was like listening, and I had questions, but I was trying not to be, too questions. So I was listening. I done a lot of listening. Shout out to Chad T. He was cracking me up in the chat, some of the people. Because I was like, really, I was confused. I was asking, I think I asked, like, what's going on? What, someone catch me up to speed. And then next thing you know, I think it was it Vici or YM? And maybe Ray Triggs. Said, "Oh, this is what's going on." Basically, he Shakim Ra was explaining why he's not into the Shout Into the Void podcast. So I'm just like, okay, let me understand. Oh, Tiff P, baby, you had breakfast. Get your drink, sis. Because I finna go. Because this is the thing right now. The only reason why I'm up is because I got selected to be part of a survey, and they said if I did the survey at 6 a.m. this morning, I get me a $25 Amazon gift card, and I'm a teacher. I'm all about getting some coins any type of way. So I set my alarm this morning, and I got up and did the interview, and I'm still awake. So I'm like, you know what? This has been on my mind. I don't know who else has been here, but I'm gonna play, and I will put the disclaimer. And I'm gonna let y'all listen to what happened. Now I didn't listen to everybody, but from what I gathered, it started on the Secktah's TV channel, who made a commentary about the Shout Into the Void, and then I guess Shakim made, his video, even though it's supposed to be something totally different, right? And then at one time, Breaking the Culture of Silence and Miss T Pre came onto Shakim's panel, and they had words. And then Miss T Pre and Breaking Culture on the left, and they went to Miss T Pre channel, and then they had a video over there. So I'm just letting y'all know, I put all 3 of their videos in the chat, in my description, so you can go there yourself. So I know some people like, stop talking throughout the whole video. Okay, in order for me to show someone's video, I have to provide commentary. A lot of people have to do that. So I'm going to provide my commentary. Now, I will say this. My commentary is going to be biased. I'm fine with the Secktah TV. I'm fine with Shakim Ra. I am not fine with those 2 ladies. And those of you who you already know my history with Breaking the Culture of Silence. And if you are a member of my channel, I told you the reason why with Miss T Pre. So I'm not going to go back into all of that. I'm just going to let y'all listen to it. Maybe y'all can tell me if I came to the right conclusions or the wrong conclusions. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your breakfast, and strap on in, okay? So the first thing we gonna do, all right, we're gonna go to Secktah TV. Now, before we get on over there, this video is protected by Section 107 of the U.S. Copyright Act of 1976, which is allowance made for fair use for purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay, so let's do this. Share screen. We're gonna share the audio. I done put it in the playlist, so I'll share that in the chat too. We're gonna start with this. Okay. Let me take this off of here. Okay. Let me put this down here. All right. All right. Let me just go. This is the Secktah TV.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hey, Oscar Yemi, thanks so much for being here. I'm glad you can make it.
The show starts in 10, 9, 8,
Oh, this is nice.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, look at the graphics. I like that graphic.
Welcome, guys. How y'all doing? This is Derell with the Secktah TV. Hope everybody's having a good day again. I'm back here again. We're going to do some content. And I'm just going to ask just a brief ass question. This is not going to be a long ass live stream.
It's about 20 minutes.
As video. I'm just going to ask a simple question. So I need to understand this because, as far as I'm concerned, we ain't been hearing shit from the Void. What the fuck happened to the Void? What happened? What happened to the Void taking over the world, taking the internet by storm, taking YouTube by the fucking bullhorn?
Okay.
Revolutionizing the goddamn sector.
I actually kind of wondered too.
They about to get the bag. What happened?
That's a good question.
What the fuck happened? I'm just asking, what the fuck happened to the Void? Shakim Ra, Miss Price, Garrison.
Oh, he calling them by their real name?
And Photonic. What the fuck happened?
Oh, Photonic was being into. Okay. So for those of y'all that don't know, okay, like a month and a half ago, Miss T Pre and Black Entertainment said they were going to do this new venture. They're going to do a podcast. So I thought it was her own podcast. And then later on, I found, she's doing it with Breaking the Culture of Silence. Y'all know how I feel about Breaking the Culture of Silence. I feel like every platform she goes to, it's drama. She has lies. She does this. She does that. And I told y'all months ago, I'm like, okay, I told y'all. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all friendly? Okay. Just letting y'all know. All right. And I knew she was with this thing with Miss T Pre, and I kept saying, "Oh, or Miss T Pre gonna fall out." In my mind, I'm thinking they're gonna fall out because this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. And then when they went on to the thing in New York, I see Photon, not Photon. I saw Shakim Ra there. So I was like, oh, he's gonna be on the show. So I'm like, okay. And I kept thinking to myself, I said, you know what? Shakim has personality. You know, I might disagree with him on some things, but he has personality. He gives a good show. He gives a good roaster. And I was just like, okay. But I just still felt like, you know, breaking the culture silence is involved. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work for her. It's not gonna work. Then I saw a Photon there. Y'all know how I feel about Photon. He can be entertaining sometimes, but I don't like the way he uses people, especially women in the sector, for content. Even though I can't stand Carrie Ann, the way he treated her was wrong. Um, and him using content for me, Nikki, other people in the sector, especially women, for his content. I didn't like it. Like, you know, Santa God said, he chose too hard. But he does have skills as far as graphics and stuff is concerned. He does. You know, so I was like, I saw the four of them there. I was like, okay, how's this gonna go? All right. I don't know about this. Just don't know. And part of me wanted to say, Shakim, run! But people gotta do what they want to do. They were already there, you know. And just to let y'all know, yeah, girl, don't join none. Oh, it's on you. Don't join none. Okay, don't join none. So, and just to let you know, I have my own issue that resulted from them personally that happened there. I got a really disturbing. I mentioned this in my I mentioned this in my members only. So if you're part of my members only, please go to that video and I explain why. Another reason why I'm biased when I come to this thing about this shot into the void. But that's we gonna go to my members only for that. So but it's like, you know, the backstory. So but since then I was like, okay, I'm not caring about the shot into the void. I don't think it's gonna be great. It's not gonna be successful. Probably Miss T Pre and Breaking Culture Sign are gonna fall out. What I didn't expect was that Shakim was going to be treated like he was. I'm sorry. I feel like he was mistreated. That's just me. But I say I'm biased. But maybe y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong or not. Okay, so let's keep going with the Secktah TV.
Y'all met up in New York. Y'all claimed y'all was lit. T-Pre got her Versace glasses on, sipping on something.
They were lit, all right.
Shakim Ra buying drinks he can't afford.
Oh,
breaking the culture, acting a goddamn ratchet ass, about to get kicked out.
Oh yeah, I agree with that part.
A little Photon, just meek and meager, just looking like broke Photon with the same jacket.
Yeah, he had the same stuff on.
What the fuck? I asked again, what happened? You niggas got together, showcased clips throughout the whole goddamn weekend. Drinking, laughing, meeting, planning, pre-planning. You all were just parlaying in that motherfucker in New York. Just parlaying, having a good time, enjoying yourself, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I know damn well come July 6th or July 10th, shit, it's gonna be Vegas lit when I get to Vegas. But you all were all together. You met up, did an impromptu. Nobody really knew what the fuck y'all had going on. All of a sudden,
I was a little lost when I saw it. I was like, what's going on?
Photon on a live stream with Shakim. Hey, hit me up.
I thought it was like a meet and greet.
He posted what he was really doing to meet up with Culture, meet up with Pre. And these niggas.
I did watch all of their
they was
videos.
gonna put something together that was gonna be big.
Each of them made a
they
video.
Was trying to get the bag.
So time made a video after the fact.
The bag. Off of YouTube or podcasts and whatever the hell they were trying to do. I feel it. I'm feeling it. But really? Are we really feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it.
I was feeling it. I thought it was an excellent idea.
I wasn't feeling it.
One that caught me off guard because I didn't think they had the brains to put it together. And once again, just as it happened in the church sector, breaking the culture, let everybody down, gave them high hopes.
Right.
Hyped them up.
Like she normally do.
They were excited. They were elated.
That girl tore up a whole church.
And at the end of it, it was a big ass letdown. Nothing fucking happened. But these same niggas, particularly two of them, Photonic, and Lil Shay Shay, constantly want to ask me where my brick and mortar at.
Huh?
Real fucking business. Where Janet's house? Shakim Ra. Where the fuck is Janet's house? I'm like, niggas, mind yours and I mind mine.
Right.
But since you want to mind mine, mind my business, now I guess I'll just have to mind yours.
Oh, wait.
Where the fuck is the void? Where the fuck is the void? Y'all niggas claim that y'all was about to do this and conquer the motherfucking world on YouTube, social media, and abroad. You the one claiming that y'all's gonna be this fucking starless all-star crew that was gonna come and compete with everybody that has similar platforms and structure. You niggas was sipping on champagne and sipping on fucking drinks and shit. Enjoying yourself like, oh yeah, we got to do this motherfucking shit. And once again, for those that claim we don't know nothing about breaking, this is what she has consistently done.
I told y'all.
This motherfucker manipulated Larry Reid the same way. This nigga thought he was about to get
she tore up her church.
50, 70, maybe $100,000. Nigga didn't get shit. And she lied.
Relationships online on different platforms.
Then she took money, this motherfucker conned a group of silly ass, uneducated ass so-called Christians and giving her money that like she was gonna go legislate and change the motherfucking world on Washington.
Right.
Bitch didn't change shit.
Not Washington, but Ohio. Well, she can't go back because she got a warrant.
And went on her motherfucking way.
Larry Reid.
You niggas on the Larry Reid side continue to embrace her and let her back in any fucking way.
Then
after she left
Conscious TV, then Knockout Media.
Ain't that a bitch?
Only person she's still friends with. She rekindled her friends with Larry Reid, and she's still friends with Conscious TV.
Y'all, I don't get nothing. Black folks. This is the reason why black folks are always calm.
And when I saw she was involved,
it's because we accept any and every fucking thing from anybody. If they shine a fucking gold nugget in front of your fucking face.
She's a narcissist.
You willing to
and she's good at lying until a certain extent, and then you see through the lies and call her out, and then she get mad. And then here comes the smear campaign.
Use no discernment, no critical thinking. Just he sound like he know what he talking about.
What did she say, y'all?
She know what she talking about. Just like when she lied to you all about that dumbass sexual harassment shit. You niggas sat there and listened to this.
Do you know how many people she done said that sexually harassed her?
sit there
Yeah, I know.
and regurgitate information and gave keywords to let you know what shit about to go down. And you motherfuckers jumped out the window. So what? I say fuck it to each and every one of you.
No, I'm not gonna send it to you.
And for little Garfield that tried to ask me, am I still pissed? Motherfucker. Then I heard the other day, Garfield.
Who's Garfield?
You told the Secktah how you was trying to get close to me to see, do this and do that. And
what? Who's Garfield?
Get that photon. You trolled me.
Oh, okay.
You trolled me. So what? But don't think you thought I trusted you. Please don't think that you think I wasn't fucking aware of your bullshit. There were multiple people I talked about.
You can't trust everybody on here.
You was watching me and I was watching you. But I was just waiting on you.
Some people you can
do some dumb shit. At the same time, you were waiting on me to do some shit you didn't agree with. That was literally probably the hardest week and a half to 2 weeks of my fucking life.
Ooh.
Just harboring all the fucking emotions that I had and fucking, just.
Sorry, y'all, I'm getting my breakfast.
Just tons of things I wanted to say to your ass.
This is like,
and I had to keep it closed on the sake of trying to be cordial and civil, and maybe we could be cool. But then motherfuckers want to tell me who to see and what not to say. You a leader? What about Stargate? What about it? That's the godmother. Think I'm a disrespect?
Secktah TV, I can't without him.
Are you by yourself on now? For Johnny come motherfucker,
she ain't nobody gonna move.
Particularly those who cried about leaving the Secktah 50 fucking times. But let me get back to the void.
Yeah, let's get back to the void.
The motherfucking void. Several motherfuckers who claim that they was gonna get together. And by the way, what happened to Photon Record Company? Nigga, you the one claim you did it big before in the goddamn music industry. You the one claim you was doing shit for years and you had this going and that going.
Who said that?
What happened to your record label?
Who said that?
What happened? But motherfuckers worried about. They want to worry about me. They want to worry about the Janet's house. They want to worry about my companies, my locations. Niggas want to worry about all this stuff going on about me, and I'm doing excellent. I'm making more money right now than I made pre-COVID. So motherfuckers, y'all can kiss my ass. I got so much shit going on. I got a big ass accreditation situation coming up the end of this month. Probably just looking at doing away with some things that I don't need to do. I don't even know if I want to continue the pursuit of my BIP accreditation. There's some other foster care stuff I may end up getting. I'm looking at doing some things that's going to allow me to make as much money, help as many people, and not overextend myself physically and mentally. At the meanwhile, I show my shit. Now, how is it that it's motherfuckers that don't show shit, don't have shit, I always want to tell the people who got some shit what they should be doing, what they should show. I'm astonished at that. What the fuck? Why should I tell you anything about me and what I'm doing? Not that it's any of your business, because it's not. But you motherfuckers got together. You the one claimed y'all was gonna do some big shit. You the one was up there, y'all sipping on champagne and fucking celebrating and glass clinking against each other and cracking against each other and shit. Dancing and smooth. You all in a laid back situation, restaurant type little spot. And it was a nice spot. Little upscale, nice little spot, chilling, cozy, laid back. You the one claimed this shit, not me.
Sorry, y'all. I'm having my breakfast.
You the one claimed this. You the one promoted the shit. And then dumbass went home to a fucking beat up ass car. Fucking garage door broke. Fucking car got all kind of damages, and the goddamn grass ain't cut. That was he just let the air out the fucking balloon when he came back Sunday. And since then, I have not heard shit because you three, and to say, particularly two of you are supposed to be intelligent motherfuckers. At least I thought y'all were. Whether I like you or dislike you, I'm not going to discredit the attributes I think you have, whether I agree or disagree with the shit that you do. But for two of you, you should have known this was something fucked up. And you motherfuckers fed into breaking the culture, giving you all a fucking pipe dream. Some bullshit that was pretend, knowing goddamn well she was lying her motherfucking ass off. Yes, you. Each and every one of you. This was some of the dumbest shit I've seen on
I'm looking on
y'all believe what she
Spotify.
said?
I need to see if this is them.
Of all people?
One episode. If this is them.
Y'all believe in that crazy motherfucker? Who has had multiple letdowns numerous times. And it's almost like and I'm saying to myself, you bought into the bullshit again. You just literally bought into the bullshit. Like, seriously, you just bought into some shit and you really didn't give a fuck. Just bought into the shit. Just, she said it gotta be true. None of the shit was true. Matter of fact, I don't think that whole meetup was a waste of fucking money for you, Shakim. Now, the rest of y'all, they were already in the area. They were in New York, that whole New York, Philadelphia, Delaware. Shit, they ain't have but few 30-minute, 40-minute drive, whatever. This motherfucker left from the Midwest to go to New York and waste his fucking money. It don't cost a lot of money to operate a podcast. All you need is a subscription to a podcasting site, a good mic, and some music. And if you want to create a nice little avatar for yourself or whatever for the title of your video, that's it. You don't need nothing else. That's it.
Hey, beautiful Bernice, Ray Triggs.
Wasn't consistent in it.
I found their podcast. There's only one episode. I may decide to get
back into it, particularly if I can continue to be on YouTube.
I'll put it in the chat.
I'm thinking about not doing YouTube. And pretty much for my Derell rebirth, this may be my last year on that channel. I don't see myself on that channel a whole lot. Particularly when my life solutions on Secktah TV gets over 1,000. Real talk. But you motherfuckers had big dreams. Thought y'all was gonna do the damn thing. You motherfuckers thought today was gonna even do some shit, succeeded. Flock. Shut out the poetic flocker doing the goddamn thing. And Shakim, I know it hurts. Nigga, you sit there. This nigga sleep poetic flocker. This nigga go to sleep. This nigga fantasize poetic flocker. This nigga do everything Flacco every day.
I don't agree with that.
You don't go that route. You got a girlfriend. He's not into that, Shakim.
What girlfriend?
I know it hurts your heart.
His girlfriend ain't real.
You can get up there and show that other little bug-eyed girl that you were getting ready to get something to eat with the big gap in the teeth. We know that was a beard, nigga. We know it was a beard. Let's stop. You niggas sat there and thought y'all was just gonna do some shit and nothing happened. Flock made some shit happen.
Like
Flocko made some shit happen. His shit is rocking. His channel is good. Got a 50K sub. He making money. Nigga, get like him. Quit hating. So that's all I gotta say about this shit. I'm getting ready to show the rest of the day. Still may go live tonight if I choose to. Maybe not. But you niggas are silly.
It was on this video from yesterday.
And good thing the Secktah has been really down. Secktah ain't been what it was because the people who made the Secktah, the good guys.
Thanks,
we made the fucking Secktah. And since we parted ways and Ghost ain't in here like it there no more, Poetic Flocko left. The speakeasy just roaming the fucking
Poetic Flocko ain't leaving no.
And I'm doing my little thing when I feel like it. That's it. When I went away for 2 weeks because of COVID, you niggas was starving for content. I do one fucking video, and you niggas got my thumbnails all over the goddamn Secktah.
I understand.
You niggas need us for content. And by the way, little photonic, good guys are not coming back. So you can let that shit go. Ain't nobody trying to come back. Nobody's reconnecting. Nobody's doing anything. Everybody's doing what they want to do, just like we always have. An independent group of people who had a common cause, and we wasn't trying to tell other people how to fucking function on YouTube. That's why we were so successful, because we wasn't all in it. And even though we had beefs, even though we had internal beefs, it never stopped the cause. Good guy business was good guy business. We handled that shit. We handled our shit. That's why we were successful, and we were envied by all you dumb former AFW motherfuckers that's fucking up this sector. Yes, you. So I'm out of here, guys. Gotta go. Peace. Talk to you later.
And we did at the last.
Hold on, y'all. Eat my breakfast. Okay, so that was Derell asking the question, what happened to Shout Into the Void? That was 22 hours ago. Okay. Because I didn't hear, this is my first time hearing that. Okay. So let's go to we're gonna go to the part where I came in and was confused. And I had to ask Ray Trick, didn't I ask like what was going on and you told me what to do? There was a you in was it you and YM or you and Vici? I said, yeah, what's going on?
The reason he's doing this video is because breaking the culture and got us out here looking crazy in the YouTube street.
Okay. I missed that part. Okay. Let me go back.
It wastes his fucking money.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't get this part. What do you mean I came in with my KIP impression? What impression is that? Hey, sexy toilet lady. I'm sorry. Is it still an echo? Okay, I'm trying to get to the part. I didn't know he was going over the video that I just went over. Okay, so let's get to the part. Okay. Let's get to the part I missed.
No.
What do you mean, what's going on? What's happening? You know that is... Okay, if you would have said couch potato, I would have like, yeah, I kind of was acting like couch, because he does that best all the time. He'll get on a panel and say, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Oh, I heard this. And then, like, man, you know what's going on.
You want to go down memory lane? Because I do. Because I thought.
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get to the part. Ray Chiggs, what should I start? Because you were there before me. I don't want to go back over the same video. Oh man, why is it doing that? Is that my video or his video?
I already told T-Pre today what it was. So I'm not coming on here to.
Oh, he said he already told me T-Pre what it was today. Oh.
The reason he's doing this video, sticks of lard, a nigga that looks like he ain't worked out since 1999.
Oh, why you gotta do that?
Ain't no way a nigga that's.
I mean, like I said, I like him, and they don't.
The reason he's doing this video is because Breaking the Culture and T-Pre got us out here looking crazy in the YouTube streets, and they can disagree with me and say they don't care, that it doesn't matter, and that the podcast is not for the sector or whatever they want to claim it's for. I don't give a fuck about any of that. I'm about to tell you what really happened. I'm about to tell you from my point of view how everything went down. And I'm about to tell you why I told T-Pre today I'm not doing the podcast. We're not even doing a podcast for me to say I'm not doing it.
Okay, I came in after this.
Make that shit make sense. Now, let me pull up this video so I can remind y'all how everything went down. We have to make a trip down memory lane.
If you want to go straight to this video, go to the 39-minute mark.
Because I do. Because I thought that I made the right decision. I thought that this was supposed to be a good move for me. Because that's the most important thing is when you do something, it needs to benefit you first, and then it's supposed to benefit everybody else. That's how the fuck it's supposed to go, right? Isn't it supposed to go that way? It's supposed to go that way. So what you're about to see, I'm not even going to show the whole video. I'm just going to show a couple minutes of the video because I don't need to watch the whole video to tell you what happened. But if you need me to break down what happened, I will tell you.
Okay, break it down.
And I'm going to keep it real with my followers because my followers actually fuck with me.
And by the way, I got another video from that night that somebody deleted.
But tonight, I'm not biting my motherfucking tongue. I'm done.
Should I put that in you time only or buy me a coffee? I don't know.
I gave you so much time. I gave you the benefit of the doubt times 100. I gave it to you. I even brought you free drinks. I did it all. What else?
Okay. So just letting y'all know, those of you came in, thank you for being here. I was telling y'all, but this is the video I came in on last night, but I came in on after the video he's about to show, and I was asking like, "Hey, what was going on?" And everything like that. But what precipitated him talking about the void here is the Secktah's TV video, which I put in the chat. Okay. Here is the Secktah's TV video we just went over. Okay, so remember this is a commentary. Also put everyone's video in the description in case you want to go back and listen for yourself without my commentary. Okay, all right. So let's listen to what Shakim is breaking down.
What else do I need to do? What else do I need to do? If I can't do nothing else for you, then I'm the one taking an L at this point.
Hey, Nappa Yankee.
I'm the one taking L's. So we're about to go back to what day was this?
The 25th.
This was
it the 25th?
What day was this? This was May 7th, 2022. Right? That's what day this was.
Before Mother's Day.
Today is June 19th.
Hit the like button, everybody.
60 days. No, it hasn't been 60 days. It's been 45 days and some change.
Yeah.
It's been 45 days. So everything I'm about to say, I want to preface everything I'm about to say. Anything I'm about to tell you, I've already said. I've already said it to Breaking the Culture. I already told T-Pre today what it was. So I'm not coming on here to stir up drama in the sector. I'm really venting because I got a vent at this point because the two people that I'm doing business with clearly don't got enough brain cells to understand the optics of what the fuck I got to deal with because of the shit that they doing. So let's go ahead and play a little bit of this, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Is the echo going, sexy toy lady?
My name. Y'all see my name, right?
Let me mute myself.
Black women come in all shades. Let's just talk about that. Different shades of daughters. And all right, let's talk about this dude. Let's talk about this guy. This is the nigga that I want to talk about right now. This the nigga I want to address because before I came to New York, the conversation was when I get to New York, there's supposed to be a photo shoot and we're supposed to be filming. So when I bought my ticket to New York, when I spent whatever I spent to get to New York, I was supposed to have a photo shoot with T-Pre and Breakin'. Did we have a photo shoot? Hell no. And I wouldn't even give a fuck if we didn't have a photo shoot. The only reason that I'm bringing this up is because Breaking the Culture talked to me directly and said, once I got to New York, she was like, oh, we're not going to have a photo shoot because it's raining outside. Is it really so? Because that same day, we went to the bar 2 nights in a row, and she brought the photographer to our meeting and sat the nigga down, and this the nigga that I'm buying drinks for.
Okay, let me say this. When they were in New York, like I mentioned already, I knew when it was Breaking Culture Sounds involved, like, oh, this is not gonna go back. I thought it was gonna be an issue with Breaking Culture and Miss T-Pre, and I really thought when I saw Shakim there, I was like, oh my good, I wish I could tell him to run, but I couldn't. So I was like, okay, y'all are there. So I saw Miss T-Pre video, I saw Breaking the Culture video, and I saw Kim's video from all their different point of views of what happened there. And I kept seeing this guy right here, right? And I kept saying, who is that? I kept thinking in my head, like, who is that? I was like, is that? And at first I was trying to figure out who else was in New York from the sector there. I was like, I don't think that's Photon. I don't think that's Mikey. And I'm like, who is that? And then later on, I forget whose channel it was on, or if Breaking the Culture said it on somebody's show. Maybe somebody else remembers this. I don't know. I distinctly remember her saying to somebody about when she met everybody, like, hey, everybody was cool and everything like that. And but you know, just because they were strangers, I didn't go by myself. My friend came with me. My friend came with me. So that's what I was like, oh, that's her friend. But she told y'all that he was the photographer and he didn't bring no camera with him. That was her friend or her boyfriend. And by the way, I've been told, it has been reported to me that she don't have no fiance no more. That they broke up. So if she told y'all something about her fiance and y'all saw her with this dude who had no camera and they were flirting, that's her man. Allegedly. I'm just gonna use my context clues. But y'all listen, because maybe y'all in the chat are gonna disagree with me about this. But y'all listen.
Buying drinks for a nigga that didn't even take my photo. I'm buying drinks for a nigga who you said wasn't available. So, which one is it? Was the photographer there or not? Because y'all pulled up with the photographer after y'all been drinking and having a good time or doing whatever the fuck y'all was doing. I don't care. what y'all did before I got there. But when I got there, I'm like, who is this nigga? That's the photographer. Really? The same photographer that you just told me that wasn't there because it was raining outside. So that's my issue with you. Breaking the code.
Okay, so hold on, y'all. Okay. That's the Shout Out to the Void podcast because they did mention that it wasn't on YouTube. It was on like Spotify and iTunes and all that kind of stuff. So I went and found one episode from May 25th. Okay. Okay, so he making the point. Like, you said, oh, the photographer not here. You missed the photographer. And then you show up with the photographer and he ain't had no camera. That wasn't her photographer. That was her friend or her man. I'm sorry to be yelling like that. I'm just saying. And this is the thing. Shakim, you had every right to question that. I mean, like, that don't make no sense. And maybe y'all was drinking, y'all being friendly, you being nice. I know I got that same mistake too. But then later on, you rethink something, you're like, wait, she told me that the photographer not gonna be there. Then later on, she showed with the photographer, he ain't got no camera. And you flirting with him? Like that's your man? See? Yeah. She lied.
Culture. I want to know why you lied. Why would you lie and say the photographer ain't there when you chilling with the photographer and pulling up with the photographer and kikiing with the photographer off my free drinks for a whole hour and a half? What the fuck? That's number one. You lied about the photographer. Number two, before I bought my plane ticket and before I booked my hotel, which I spent over $3,000 that weekend. When I bought my hotel, the agreement was we were supposed to film a podcast. What the fuck else am I in New York for? I'm not there to cut the shit with you and T-Pre. I can cut the shit with you and T-Pre from home. I can cut the shit with you and T-Pre at the crib. I don't got to get on a flight and book a hotel to go sit and talk shit with you.
That's true. You can do it from your same.
What did I get up for other than to do business? That's why I spent what I spent out of my own pocket because, of course, the contract or whatever you agreed the contract would be doesn't say that I'm going to get paid at any time for going to New York. And so the reason I'm bringing this up is
you mean you're not gonna get paid for
we had a whole issue because it took me a week to sign the contract. So I signed the contract. It took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. So, okay, that's fine.
Can we? I wonder if he's gonna post this contract because I want to read it.
To do the contract. I'm sorry that it took me a week to sign some paperwork that you sent me, but that week my mom was sick and in the hospital, and I had to go pay her motherfucking energy bill. I had to go pick her up, and I'm working. I got to maintain my household and what I got going on, and I'm trying to make sure my mom is okay. So I said it would take me a couple days to sign the contract, but it took me a week. So we had a whole meeting about this where she said, you need to be available every day. You need to be responsive when we text you and when we call you and when we email you and tell you you need to do certain things. You need to be on point. So I'm like, okay. That first week, I was a little all over the place. That first week, I had a whole lot going on. But I still got responsibility because if we agree to do business, then I said I will have this contract by you by a certain date. So it was a big issue that it took me 7 days to respond to this contract and sign it. So I said, okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I always apologize. I can tell you when I'm wrong. When I'm wrong, nigga, I'll tell you. If I promise you something and I don't deliver, I will tell you that I fucked up. So I fucked that up. So because it took me 7 days instead of 5 days to respond to this contract, Then she's telling me, well, I don't know if you need to come to New York because
What?
the photographer and the Airbnb and everything that my fiance was setting up for us is supposed to be, you need to let us know by a certain.
Unless she has a new fiance, it has been reported to me that she don't got that fiance no more. I'm just saying, it was reported to me. Just saying.
Day and you didn't do it. So I'm like, okay, don't worry about it. I'll fly myself to New York. I'll buy my own hotel. I'll pay for my own photographer. Or I'll pay the photographer that you pick. I don't have a problem with that. I always pay for everything myself. So when I got to New York, two things was on the agenda. Film the podcast and take the photos so we can promote the podcast to the media. Did either of those things transpire? Hell no. And that's why I'm doing this video today, because I'm done. I'm not protecting you no more. So
wait a minute. So hold on. I'm trying to understand. You were supposed to go there, take pictures for the podcast, film the podcast, or I guess like record the podcast. And all y'all ended up doing was basically being on YouTube drinking. Yeah, somebody lied. I agree with you. Yeah, somebody dropped the ball. If I'm coming all the way up there for this, yeah, no. Something in the milk ain't clean.
Anybody wants to go the fuck in on T-Pre or breaking the culture, I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I spent all of this money to leave my house and go to another state to do business with y'all. And y'all motherfuckers don't even have a business plan. This is the problem. Don't ask me to leave nowhere if you don't have a motherfucking set for me to come. If you don't have a photo shoot room already booked in advance, don't ask me to come. Don't sip my free drink and keep in my face. If I come to New York and when I see you and when I talk to you, I leave New York and don't hear from you for a whole 7 weeks. I don't have time. Don't waste my time and don't waste my money. Because I guarantee you that if I would have did this to you and had you come to Detroit and tell you I got a podcast, I got somewhere for you to take a picture, I got somewhere for you to sit down and record, I got all of this shit for you, and then you get here and nothing happens, and then you leave and don't talk to me for 6 or 7 weeks. Who raised these women? Who raised them? Because I don't operate like that. I don't leave my house.
Well, in breaking the culture's case, she was in foster care. So I'm thinking that's maybe why she is the way she is. I don't know if you're in the foster care, you always got to like look out for yourself. You don't, maintaining good relationships or something. I don't know. But I know other folks have been raised in foster care and they turn out to really be great human beings. So, but her, yeah, she, yeah. Go ahead. Keep talking.
For bullshit. If I leave my house, it's for a purpose. I don't gotta leave the house to make money. I work from home. So when it comes to business, this is a problem in the black community where we have people that operate like they're really about business, and then when you show up, and then when you arrive in color, in person, in the flesh, it's like what the fuck are we doing? And I don't care who thinks it's messy. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to tell my audience what happened. Because I'm not associating myself with a podcast when I have a female lying to me, telling me I'm coming to New York for a photo shoot, but she been chilling with the nigga all up in his face, all over him, all motherfucking night. T-Pre probably all over him too. I don't know. I don't care.
I think he was in his feelings, but
if
I
you said
understand that
this is a
Yankee.
photographer, but I get there and there's no photo shoot, I'm gonna have a problem with you. So that's where it all stems from.
Okay, it's 22 in the chat. I don't have but eight likes. Come on, y'all. Don't do me like this. Hit the like button. I need help with the algorithm to get this out now. Come on now. I know it's early in the morning. You got a lot on your mind. It's Monday, but hey, it's a federal holiday. Most of us is gonna be at home all day today anyway. Okay. So sip your little coffee and press the button now. Okay, I got 23 in the chat. I got 13 likes. Come on. You want me to continue? I need that button pressed. Come on now. Come on. Thank you, Juki Nails, for coming. Nappy Yankee, Ray Tree, Zeb. Thank you so much for being here. Tiff P, you still with me? Hey, Elsing, are you still with me? Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here. All right.
It all stems from lying. You don't gotta lie to me about anything. If you don't have a motherfucking room for me to film in, don't tell me you do. If you don't have a photographer that's ready to shoot, don't tell me you do. I spent hella money, bought brand new suits just to take pictures with you. Just to take pictures with y'all for this podcast.
Wow.
And then when I get there, it's like, oh, what are we doing? We're just chilling, we're just drinking. We can drink, we can talk shit. We can drink and do all of that. But at the end of the day, I bought that whole bar for y'all just to show y'all I'm serious about what I do. And so, yeah, I spent all of that money and I got nothing for it. I took an L. I can tell you when I take an L, I took an L
Talk
that
to
day.
your tax account. You might be able to put that on some taxes.
From New York, and my car is in my driveway, in my garage. I don't even use my garage because I don't have to use it. I just park my shit out front or in the motherfucking driveway. I don't ever have to use my garage, but I used it because I was going to New York and I didn't want nobody breaking into my car. Then when I come back from New York, the garage door fucked up, breaks the window in the back seat, fucks up the trunk, scratches the hood, and my door's fucked up. So now I gotta pay $4,000 to get the shit fixed.
Oh wow.
$4,000 that
I'm so sorry.
I don't got a problem paying because it's my car at the end of the day. But the point is, nigga, my car wouldn't have been in the garage in the first place if I wasn't going to New York. So with all those things happening, I'm thinking, okay, I went to New York. We didn't shoot. We didn't do any photos. We didn't do any business. We didn't do anything that we talked about before I got there. So all good.
Wait, so how did they get that one podcast done that's on Spotify? Put it in the chat, y'all. On the 25th. If you wasn't in the podcast. Oh, I got so many questions.
All right. So I'm just going to chill out.
Right.
And I'm going to see what they do next. Okay. I'm going to see what they do. So I sat down for, let's see. Mother's Day was June 5th. Was it June 5th?
No, it's May 15th, I think.
No, Mother's Day weekend was June 8th.
No.
That was June 8th. What's today? No, I'm sorry, May 8th. May 8th.
Yeah, I'm sorry. May 8th was Mother's Day.
Now it's Father's Day weekend. We done went from Mother's Day to Father's Day and we ain't did a single show.
May 25th, they have a one episode though. So you were not in it? Oh, damn.
Not a single one. So you lied to me about the photographer for what reason? What was the reason? And that's why I have an issue with her because
Wait a minute. Hold on. Really, sex a toy lady? See. Okay. All right. Yeah.
When I brought this information up to her, she said, let's talk to T. Pre. Every time that I've had an issue with her, I got to talk to T. Pre about my issues with her. I'm doing business with you, woman. I'm not doing business just with T. Pre. I'm doing business with both of y'all. So if this is your idea, sometimes I'm going to want to talk to you directly. Sometimes I'm going to want to talk to her directly. But that's okay. I can talk to either one of y'all one-on-one. But when I have an issue with you, I don't need T. Pre there to deal with my issue with you. I don't do business like that. I don't need a third party or a fourth party or a fifth party. If I got an issue with you and I'm doing business with you, I'm going to call you or I'm going to text you and I'm going to talk to you. I don't need to talk to your manager or your assistant or your baby daddy or your fiance. No. And another thing, when we first said we were doing this, I said I develop websites. I work for the government.
Hey,
I make
LB
government-ready websites. So I said, for the podcast, I can do the website. Let me do it because I can do it and I know what I'm doing. They said, oh, no, don't do the website. Her fiance is going to do it. So I said, okay. To this day, there's...
Like I said again, it has been reported to me that she don't have no fiance no more. Now, the former fiance or the former she was talking about maybe at the time, he does have some type of company, right? He does. Oh yeah, I am. But why am social media? I went over there at the beginning. I said, "Hey, I'm just letting y'all know I am biased. Just letting y'all know." And some things that I did for y'all who are here. I did Derell's video first because that's what set it off. I didn't agree with everything he had to say in there. I'm going over, so I went on, did my commentary on there, and then I'm doing my commentary on here, and then what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna do Black Lounge Entertainment next. But the thing about it is, so I know the pattern and behavior of breaking the culture of silence. So this is actually stuff that has happened before. So it's like, and I feel bad because it has happened to Shakim. So, yeah. All right.
There's no website. Where's the Shaw and the Boy website that y'all told me not to work on so y'all can let our fiance do it? Where is it? It's nowhere to be found. And then
no, YM social media. I'm doing their video next. And
then it's this. I told T. Pre that people been talking shit for a minute. People been talking shit since our trip. If we being honest. And I've been telling T. Pre on the phone. I told her it's not a good look for you to broadcast that you're about to put something on or that you're about to release something, and then you just disappear for a whole month and a half. Like after you just announced that you're dropping something. That's like me saying I'm about to have a baby. I'm about to have a baby. I got a baby on the way. And then for the next year, I just disappear and you don't never see the baby. And everybody's like, where the fuck the baby at? So I'm telling her, what the fuck are y'all doing? And she just telling me they haters. Everybody's just a hater. Everybody's jealous. Everybody just, and they might be jealous. I'm not saying that we don't got haters and that there aren't people that's jealous. There are some people that do want to see us fail. There are some people that wanted that. But you guys made it easy for them to talk shit about us. And if you got me looking crazy, if you got me spending money and I can't account for it, I can't account for that trip to New York. All I can say is I went to New York and I met y'all and I got fucked up. If I wanted to go to New York to get fucked up, I would have just went to New York to get fucked up. I don't need y'all to do that. I got my own motherfucking way to get there. So, again, I can't account for this trip to New York because you told me one thing, and then when I got there, it was another thing. So that's number one. Number two, you lied to me about the photographer. You said the photographer can't do nothing because it was raining, because the weather was bad all day. But the nigga was clearly available for you and T-Pre or whatever the fuck y'all was doing before I got there. He clearly had plenty of time to meet you and interact with you, even though there was not supposed to be any photo shoots going on because it was raining. So, when you start costing me money, this is the problem that I have. I wouldn't have a problem with you if you sponsored this trip, if you paid for this trip, if you made sure I got to New York and got me a hotel, whatever you did, I wouldn't even have a problem with you. I would say, you know, you sponsored this trip and you got busy or whatever and you wanted to hang out with the photographer all day and whatever happened just happened once I got there. You sponsored my trip. So I can't tell you you're not on your shit. But the reason why I can is because I spent that $2,000 to get to New York. I fronted that money to leave where the fuck I'm at to come do business with you. And when I get there, you lying to me in my face. And how the fuck am I supposed to respect you as a woman,
Hey,
as
Sexy
a
TV.
businesswoman, as a business partner?
I reacted to
You're lying
your
me
video
about
first. And I
simple
put it in the
shit
description.
Like the photographer. I don't know if she didn't want me there. I don't know if she didn't want me at the Airbnb where her and T-Pre was at. I don't know what the reason was. But why would you lie about something that's so obvious? Like, the photographer ain't gonna be here because the weather in New York City is rainy today. But then I meet you at the bar with Photon and you show up with the photographer.
Okay. I'm not a photographer. I have been places where it's Texas. It's been where it's rain. The only time where a photographer can't do their job because it's raining if they're taking pictures outside. Right? Don't photographers got special lights? They can go to places and then they can do video. They can. Does it? Okay, seriously, it's real talk. Does this make any sense to you? In the chat, I'm sorry if I'm screaming. I mean,
make it make sense, people. I'm not even reading the chat room because I'm not even reading the chat. I'm just telling you what it is. So, with all of that being said, it's done. It's done. You're not going to have me looking crazy on YouTube. You're not going to have me looking crazy
I
with
put
my
all
brand.
3 videos in the description.
This green screen,
if you want to watch it without my commentary, but to do a commentary, I just can't.
Motherfucking money.
So show the video. I gotta do
come
commentary.
Out the sky. I gotta work for it. So if I spend 2 weeks of my salary to leave where I'm at to come see you to do business, and when I get there, you lying to me in my motherfucking face. Why are you lying to me? Why? Why would you lie? That's all I want to know, baby girl. Is what would you lie for?
That wasn't her.
That's all.
Photographer.
Because I didn't lie to you about nothing. I didn't lie to you about anything, and I would never lie to you if I'm doing business with you and I'm really serious about building something with you, why would I lie to you? And that's the part that hurts me the most. It don't even hurt me. It makes me look at you a whole different way, because I would normally look over it and say, okay, cool. All right, she lied, but I'm not about to keep passing over lies. And I'm not about to keep passing over losing money. Once I start losing money, once I start, taking L's because I'm fucking with you, then I got to start looking at me and saying, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Trusting a woman that I don't know because she sold me a dream or she sold me a fantasy. And it's okay because I can take that. I can take responsibility and say, okay, I took a L. I took a L, but I'm going to bounce back from it because I'm resilient. But it won't happen again. I won't be leaving my comfortable house where I'm at and hopping on a plane and spending all kinds of thousands of dollars and buying out bars for bitches that want to lie to me in my motherfucking face. Hell no. It'll never happen again. So I don't care what they try to tell y'all about anything that I just told y'all, but everything that I told y'all is exactly what happened. And that's why there's been no show. I left New York on the 8th, came back home that same night after I bought the bar out. And just to be clear, I didn't buy the bar out so I could come on YouTube and brag about it and say I bought the bar out. I bought the bar out because I wanted to show y'all that I was serious, that I fuck with y'all, and that I really want this to be a thing, and that I'm invested. I invested my own money. I invested me into y'all. And y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all don't have a business plan. Y'all don't have a schedule. Y'all don't have a motherfucking release plan. Y'all don't have a website.
I don't know if that's me or him.
All y'all got is an Instagram.
No, they on Spotify.
The fuck?
They are on Spotify.
I could have stayed at home.
Be nice. Secktah TV, please.
Bullshit. Respectfully, I could have stayed at home and.
Okay, y'all hear me right? Is that his Wi-Fi or mine?
Save my money for the bullshit. So when I can't defend you, you got me looking crazy.
Yeah, there's room to change my initial viewpoints. Please hit the like button. Do I need to speed it up? Is it me? What's the video? Okay. Let me refresh. Okay. Okay, my internet says.
Okay, but you never.
Okay.
Want me there? I don't know if she didn't want me at the Airbnb where her and T-Pre was at. I don't know what the reason was. But why would you lie about something that's so obvious? Like, the photographer ain't gonna be here because the weather in New York City is rainy today. But then I meet you at the bar with Photon and you show up with the photographer. Make it make sense, people. I'm not even reading the chat room because I'm not even reading the chat. I'm just telling you what it is. So, with all that being said, it's done. It's done. You're not going to have me looking crazy on YouTube. You're not going to have me looking crazy with my brand. I spend money on everything that I do. This green screen, these lights, the StreamYard, everything costs motherfucking money.
It sure do.
It don't come out the sky. I got to work for it. So if I spend 2 weeks of my salary to leave where I'm at, to come see you, to do business. And when I get there, you lying to me in my motherfucking face. Why are you lying to me? Why? Why would you lie? That's all I want to know, baby girl, is what would you lie for? That's all. Because I didn't lie to you about nothing.
By the way, while on social media, in my description, I say that this is a commentary and reaction video. So, yeah, I'm doing both. I'm doing both. Yeah, it says this is a video commentary and reaction about Shakim Ra telling the Secktah about why he is not going to be on Shout Into the Void podcast with Miss T. Pre and Breaking the Cultural Sound. It says, I'm doing both. I'm doing both. I'm doing both. Let's get going. All right.
I didn't lie to you about anything, and I would never lie to you if I'm doing business with you, and I'm really serious about building something with you. Why would I lie to you? And that's the part.
Because I'm also pointing out that this is a pattern of hers. Yeah.
Part that hurts me the most. It don't even hurt me. It makes me like. It makes me look at you a whole different way because I would normally look over it and say, okay, cool. All right. She lied. But I'm not about to keep passing over lies. And I'm not about to keep passing over losing money. Once I start losing money, once I start, taking L's because I'm fucking with you, then I gotta start looking at me and saying, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Trusting a woman that I don't know because she sold me a dream or she sold me a fantasy. And it's okay because I can take that. I can take responsibility and say, okay, I took an L. But I'm going to bounce back from it because I'm resilient. But it won't happen again. I won't be leaving my comfortable house where I'm at and hopping on a plane and spending all kinds of thousands of dollars and buying out bars for bitches that want to lie to me in my motherfucking face. Hell no. It'll never happen again. So I don't care what they try to tell y'all about anything that I just told y'all, but everything that I told y'all is exactly what happened. And that's why there's been no show. I left New York on the 8th, came back home that same night after I bought the bar out. And just to be clear, I didn't buy the bar out so I could come on YouTube and brag about it and say I bought the bar out. I bought the bar out because I wanted to show y'all that I was serious, that I fuck with y'all, and that I really want this to be a thing, and that I'm invested. I invested my own money. I invested me into y'all. And y'all ain't doing shit. Y'all don't have a business plan. Y'all don't have a schedule. Y'all don't have a motherfucking release plan. Y'all don't have a website. All y'all got is an Instagram. The fuck? I could have stayed at home for the bullshit. Respectfully, I could have stayed at home and saved my money for the bullshit. So when I can't defend you, you got me looking crazy in the streets, then I gotta cut you the fuck off. So I'm not cutting nobody off. I'm just saying there's no podcast. There will be no podcasting. I'm not part of it. I'm not agreeing. Rip the contract up that you sent me. Just throw it away. Just burn it. Just put it in the book of the dead, and let's just forget it ever happened. Because I'm not here for games. Okay? So I'm just telling y'all what happened because at this point, I don't care anymore. I don't care about trying to look good in public for people and trying to tell people a certain narrative when behind the scenes, it's like a whole different situation. So if you're going to do business, make sure you have your shit together. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you have a budget.
Okay,
and make sure that you're honest and upfront about what the business is supposed to be doing. That's it. That's all. I got that shit off my chest. I feel great now that I said that. How do y'all feel about the situation?
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about it? Even though y'all opinion definitely don't matter, but I would love to know y'all opinion because y'all was waiting on the podcast. Y'all was waiting on it. I know y'all been waiting on the podcast. I know. Y'all got to tell me. But I can't do business with people that don't know what the fuck they doing. If you don't know what the fuck you doing, stay where the fuck you at and stay in your lane. That's it. That's all. And I'm saying it publicly because everything that I'm saying publicly is what I've already said to both of them. And it's a shame that I got to come on here and tell people, I took an L, and I got to tell people that I took an L because of y'all. But starting today, I will not be associated with them, and nobody will use them to drag me. If you're going to drag me off what the fuck I did. Don't drag me off what the fuck she said or what she said was supposed to be going down. Hell no. And one thing, T-Pre, and one thing, Breaking. If you see this replay, I would never have you looking crazy in the YouTube streets. One thing about me, I would never have you looking crazy. But y'all have me looking crazy. Y'all have me looking like a chicken with his head cut off.
Okay.
Y'all have me looking all kind of ways.
It always gets to this part.
And so, yeah, I'm a little hurt about it, but I wanted to get that off my chest.
Okay, it's 30 watching, 18 likes.
Clear
Please hit the like button.
This shit is beyond me. I've done my part. I've already flown to New York. I spent the money on the hotel. I told her if I need to pay for the photographer, I'll pay for it. Then she turned around and lied to me and said the photographer ain't there because it's raining outside. And then she showed up at the bar, fucked up with the photographer, all up in his face. And I'm done. I'm done.
Maybe that includes the hotel and the drinks and the food and the Uber. I don't know.
I'm done. Don't play with me. I'm not. Nobody's fucking kid. The money I spent on New York, I could have spent on Amin Ra University. That's what I could have spent that $2,000 on. Yo, what's good, bro?
Enjoying the live stream. Keep going. I just let it out. Let it out.
Four times. I don't like him, but he
questions and whatnot.
He did actually have some good questions.
You want to ask me. I don't care no more.
Hey,
I'm not protecting nobody. Because guess what? She sold me a fantasy. She said, "Oh, we got a YouTube podcast. We got DJ Academics. He's going to be on it. We got all kind of celebrities that's going to be on it. Her fiance is connected with this person and that person, and he knows Adam 22, and he knows this person. So I'm like, okay, if I leave New York, if I leave where I'm at and go there,
hold on, y'all. See, this is why I'm biased, and this is why I say what I say. She told you her okay, first it was the fiance do the website. You don't have to do the website. Then she said her fiance know Adam 22. I'm gonna just keep going.
There for this podcast, it should be worth my money. It's going to be worth it in the long run, right? wrong. Whatever she told me is not what it is. And I don't give a fuck if T-Pre don't like it, but T-Pre needs to wake up and smell the coffee because this is not what the fuck y'all told me it was. So, yes, I bought the bar. Yes, I was very generous that night, but it was for business. It wasn't because I'm
You guys
trying to
can
buy
write
some
that
pussy.
stuff off on
It
your
wasn't
taxes.
because I need some
At least that's what
friends.
I was
It
told.
wasn't because I don't got shit else to do with my time. I came there for business. That's why I came there, to meet you for business. And you see, me and you been talking since I came to New York, and we already got what? A whole motherfucking audio book done? Shit already got done.
But Shakim, why didn't you address it at there?
That's
when we was all
actually a good
together?
question. That's actually a good question.
Why didn't you speak
I
to
don't
even
like
that guy? I mean, he was the photographer. What was up? What was up? What do you think was up? What do you think was the intention? She wasn't planning you coming out to New York?
I don't know. I just know she lied. I know she lied, and she said the photographer couldn't work with me because it was raining. It was raining that whole day that I met you. And I still came and met you. We went to the bar.
The day I was wearing a Scully because I didn't want to get my curls wet. I digress.
Exactly. Yes, I remember.
Raining. I remember. It was cold that day.
It was cold. It was cold and it was rainy. So she's like, "Oh, the photographer ain't gonna be able to do nothing." So when she pulled up to the bar with another nigga, I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?"
He said he was a photographer.
Yeah.
Did he spend the night? Did he spend the night with the two of them?
I guess he did. Because they showed up with him. They didn't show up with me. They showed up with him.
Oh,
so,
how many bedrooms was in that Airbnb?
This is when they show up, y'all. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna do this for you, YM.
Again, why would you lie about something?
Oh no,
and
that's
say the
Mikey.
photographer
When
not
I
there,
saw
and
Mikey
then you
pull up,
show
like,
up with the
Mike,
photographer, and then you want to drink and talk shit.
It's one more minute, they both gonna show up.
So yeah, I was mad that night, and I was mad May 8th.
And Photon
I didn't say nothing because I'm like, maybe I don't have all the facts.
Shakim.
Maybe
You signed the paperwork before you came out to the city, New York?
Yeah. I signed that contract like a week before I went out there. So we already had an understanding, like, we have a contract. This is business. This trip is for business. It's not for pleasure. It's not to fuck. It's not to get high. I can do all of those things that I want to do at home. Right? So when I got there, she said the photographer couldn't come because it was raining. So when they showed up with a third party, I'm thinking, I thought it was her fiance. That's what I thought it was. I thought that was her fiance, the white guy. But it's not him.
No, it wasn't him.
So you brought the photographer to a business meeting with me and T-Pre. We supposed to be meeting about business. You bring your photographer that you just told me I couldn't get a picture with earlier that day. So it's just so many things that
Mikey, get off from there.
There's just so many things that I could talk about, but I'm not here to trash them. But I'm just telling y'all because I'm taking responsibility for what I did. I spent money. I brought my own ticket. I bought my own hotel. I bought my own Uber. I chose to buy the bar. I chose to buy the drink. I did that. Nobody else told me to do any of those things. I did all of that shit on my own.
Okay, this is when they all come on.
So you think they scamming? You think they scamming?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. My guess is as good as yours. So I guess they're here today. We got Breaking the Culture. We got T-Pre. Who is catching the case? Who is this?
Yes, sir.
Mikey, okay. But okay. Do y'all have anything y'all want to say? Because I'm sorry I had to say it, but I can't walk around looking dumb on YouTube for nobody, not even me. So do y'all have anything y'all want to say?
Well,
So
I actually did not hear what all you said. I just saw that you were live and that full time was up here and I heard my name. But before we respond, because I didn't actually hear what you said, I know we.
I'm sorry, YM. I'm sorry, YM. I just can't do it. Did she say I just came up here to figure out what's going on? I don't know what's going on. And then she says, but I heard my name. You wasn't watching. This is what I get. I'm so upset about. This is why it's triggering for me, because I've seen this before, y'all. I've seen this exact thing before. Like, this is all deja vu for me. Okay, this is all deja vu. Okay, I'm gonna rewind a little bit. I'm gonna rewind a little bit, and I'm gonna see if I can get through this. I'm gonna get it.
But
Mikey was so misplaced from being there.
again, why would you lie about something and say the photographer not there, and then you show up with the photographer and then you want to drink and talk shit? No. So yeah, I was mad that night, and I was mad May 8th, but I didn't say nothing because I'm like, maybe I don't have all the facts. Maybe
You signed the paperwork before you came out to the city, New York?
Yeah. I signed that contract like a week before I went out there. So we already had an understanding, like, we have a contract. This is business. This trip is for business. It's not for pleasure. It's not to fuck. It's not to get high. I could do all of those things that I want to do at home. Right? So when I got there, she said the photographer couldn't come because it was raining. So when they showed up with a third party, I'm thinking, I thought it was her fiance. That's what I thought it was. I thought that was her fiance, the white guy, but it's not him. It was the photographer. So you brought the photographer to a business meeting with me and T Pre. We supposed to be meeting about business. You bringing your photographer that you just told me I couldn't get a picture with earlier that day. So it's just so many things that I could talk about, but I'm not here to trash them. But I'm just telling y'all, because I'm taking responsibility for what I did. I spent money. I bought my own ticket. I bought my own hotel. I bought my own Uber. I chose to buy the bar. I chose to buy everybody a drink. I did that. Nobody else told me to do any of those things. I did all of that shit on my own.
So you think they scamming?
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know. My guess is as good as yours. So I guess they're here today. We got Breaking the Culture. We got T Pre. Who is catching the case? Who is this?
Yes, sir.
Mikey. Okay. But okay. Do y'all have anything y'all want to say? Because I'm sorry I had to say it, but I can't walk around looking dumb on YouTube for nobody, not even me. So do y'all have anything y'all want to say?
Well, I actually did not hear what all you said. I just saw that you were live and that full time was up here and I heard my name. But before we respond, because I didn't actually hear what you said, I know
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I know we had a text behind the scenes. You expressed yourself to me, and I said, "Hey, let's have a Zoom with T Pre. T Pre is the one that actually hired you." And you were like, "All right, cool. I'm on one, whatever." And then I think you were live, so I don't know exactly what you said.
And I just got back from a fucking ball. I just had a fucking ball of a fucking weekend. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Where
in
you was
Brooklyn,
at?
my nigga.
Where was
in
you?
Brooklyn, my nigga.
Oh
in
yeah.
Brooklyn. Yes.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
I literally just woke the fuck up probably like an hour ago. So I don't know what's going on, Shakim. Okay, I'm reading messages. I'm reading text messages. I'm getting that there's somebody live. Like what? So I did just talk to you like less than a week ago, and I was honest with you about everything. And we talked about a lot of stuff. We even talked about how, there's personal things that both of us have been dealing with. And yes, that is the reason why we haven't been recording as much as we'd like. But that doesn't mean we're not doing the podcast. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure where the beef is coming from. And then on top, so if you can tell me like maybe what was said before we got on here, you know what I'm saying? Or what you're feeling.
Okay. Yeah, because all I see was what you text. I seen the text that you sent, which I responded to, and I put it in our group chat, and I made it very clear, like 100%, because you're like, hey, like, why do we need to have a Zoom? I already feel how I feel. And I was like, I understand that. But again, you did come to me with your concerns, and out of respect, I felt that I owed you the respect of having a Zoom with the three of us, because we agreed that if we had any conversations about the show, we would do it as a group. So I was trying to keep that respect going. And that's why I said to you, I was like, just out of respect, of course, like if you're bringing concerns to me, I have to address them. I'm not just going to not address your concerns, which is why I was confused when I seen you live going off. And I'm like, well, hold on. You didn't even give us a chance to have the Zoom meeting with the three of us. Like I was trying to set that up, and it's in the group chat. T-Pre did respond when she woke up and said, I can meet, tomorrow or whenever. So I was trying to like genuinely give you the respect of addressing your concerns as a group.
Well, I feel like what I said before you got on here is I said I felt like you lied to me, and I'm going to show you why I feel like you lied to me.
Who?
Because
I lied to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you lied because you and T-Pre showed up with a photographer after I just talked to you before I got on my flight, and I said, are we doing a photo shoot tomorrow? And you're like, yeah, come on. I'm like, okay, cool. So when you show up with a photographer and y'all kikiing in my face after I done flew myself out of where I'm at, I'm like, she's lying about something because we didn't do a photo shoot, did we? Did we do a photo shoot that day? Or did y'all do a photo shoot that day? I'm confused.
Okay, so
I don't know what happened.
Do you actually have the text messages? Hold on real quick, because
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you go, girl.
Okay.
Real quick, because you said that you specifically asked me, and I said yes. Actually, I have the whole text exchange about when you actually did decide to come in. I don't know if you still have the text exchange, but I do have the entire thread. Never removed it, never deleted it. It's still there. You actually didn't decide to come in until the very, very last minute, same day in the middle of the night. Because at first you were coming, then you canceled. Then, we had that whole conversation, and then you were like, you know what, I'm going to come, but then you weren't sure if you were going to be able to get, the accommodations ready. So last minute, you were like, I don't even know. And then you hit me in the middle of the night. Like it wasn't is there a photo shoot still happening? It was I was able to find a room and a flight. I'm going to go ahead and come in. And I said, cool, we'll see you tomorrow. And then I said, hey, T-Pre's here. I literally have the thread. So as far as you shooting with us, that was literally not discussed right before you came, because you decided same day, and it was literally 2 a.m. the day that you were coming in when you decided to actually come in. We had already canceled with the photographer with you because you had told me earlier that day, and T-Pre, that you were not coming. T-Pre didn't even know that you were actually coming until she got here, because you decided in the middle of the night to come. And that's the truth.
And also keep in mind, we had said prior, like at least 2 weeks prior, okay, that we needed travel plans in order for us to take the Airbnb off the market, okay, so that you can stay there. And so also we can give those travel plans to the photographer, because the photographer is being paid, okay? So if we're not paying for a third person, then we would need to have him know that ahead of time, because he would have to have certain equipment there. We made that all clear during the meetings. You see what I'm saying?
We did at the last minute change it. We did change it and say,
and we
yes,
tried to change it.
You canceled.
Right.
You did cancel on us that day. And then literally that night, literally and you have to acknowledge that, Shakim, you literally canceled during the day. And then in the middle of the night, you found your flight and you found the hotel that could accommodate you. And you sent me the itinerary in the middle of the night. And that's fair.
Yes. And he's not like just a fly-by-night photographer. He's a professional photographer. He does this for a living. So he gets paid for this. It wasn't like, you know, and we made that clear. It's not like we told you this and this was just some, you know, some fly-by-night stuff. We actually, you knew way ahead of time that you had to plan for this. And that, you know, if we didn't, and I told you we didn't have you in those plans, and you didn't even have to come anymore. This was like a whole week before, you know, any of this ever took place, because we wanted to make sure that all of the arrangements were in place, okay? Because people were getting paid, and because there were people, you know, behind the scenes that were more than just us. We had to make sure that we had everything in place for you, for me, for her, and everything. And if you weren't really communicating with us about it, you weren't really telling us your plans. All you kept saying was, okay, but you never gave us the travel plans. And then when you finally did give us the travel plans, by that time, the Airbnb was off the market and the photographer was sort of off the market too, because he had to have that equipment and know ahead of time, be paid ahead of time. And none of that got done. And we don't work at the last minute. You understand what I'm saying? It has to, that's why we were giving you weeks ahead of time.
And I do wish that you had just addressed it, because we were all together that night. And I felt like if you did feel some type of way, I don't know, like I personally felt like the whole time that you and I and T-Pre have ever exchanged, like we've always been polite, always been cordial with each other. Like I personally just feel like, one, if you had really had an issue, you had opportunity to address it that night. But if you felt that that wasn't the right place or the right time, I respect that. But just like how you reached out to me today and told me how you were feeling, I respected that. And I never tried to dismiss how you were feeling. I never tried to say that you were lying about anything. I never tried to put you down for feeling any way. I just said, okay, can you give me time to get the person that actually hired you involved as well? Because she and I had made an agreement while you were on the Zoom, which we have the recording of if you want to go back and view it for yourself. But we did say that if we had any conversations when it came to you, that it would be all of us present. And if you realize anytime you have reached out to me about this, I've always said I have to get in touch with T-Pre first. Did I not? I always say that to you because that was our agreement. So I personally feel like this is tacky and corny, like not you, but just how we're doing this on a public platform. I asked for privacy to have a Zoom. Like you can't say that I lied about anything because I never hired you and T-Pre didn't lie to you about anything. And the receipts go to show that, one, I was trying to give you respect and address your concerns, but you chose to come to YouTube. And my question is it because Derell's trolling you or what? Because I felt that we all had enough respect between each other that you could have just, like you did today, came to me and just talked to me. And I felt that I was being respectful to you by trying to address your concerns in a respectful way without jumping online, trying to drag you, trying to call you a liar. Like that's like, I don't really understand. Hell, we was just talking about me being one of your brand ambassadors. You know what I mean? I was hyped, like, yo, I'm about to take a picture in the shirt, hype it up, all that. Like, I was telling T-Pre, like, I love his brand. Like, and I even talked to you about it.
And I'd like
like,
to address,
I just feel like this didn't have to be a thing. This didn't have to be a thing. This could have been handled
and I want to address the Derell thing too.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I want to address that because I remember the other day on Monday when me and you talked, I said specifically to you things about our Instagram. I told you how many followers we have on Instagram and how we're not doing things for just the sector. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not on the sector's time. And the people that really want to follow us from the sector are already doing that. They already know about the pilot show. They've already listened to the pilot show. They're already subscribed. You see what I'm saying? And they're not asking me questions or Drea questions. So I'm not sure, But hold on, let me finish. So I told you as well that anybody that is questioning you or anybody that's coming for you is trying to be messy. And we're not on the messy type time. We don't care about these silly ass YouTube beefs. And I don't give a fuck. Derell can keep talking about me. Can he keep talking about Drea? We don't care. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're not on that type time. So if this is all to address Derell, he's irrelevant to what we're doing. You see what I'm saying? So if anybody who is really interested and truly interested in the podcast, they are already there. They're already following us. They're already aware of everything that we're doing. And they know why we haven't been live as well, because we've addressed that too. So I'm not really sure.
Our podcast isn't even on Instagram, or not Instagram. Our podcast is not even on YouTube at all. It's actually on Spotify. It's on Apple. It's on Amazon. It's on all the major streaming platforms if anybody want to check it out. And we're also on Instagram, but we're not. And that's why I kept telling you. And I did tell you the last time that you did reach out to me, I had told you that I was like, hey, I got this shit going on happen after you and I and T-Pre and Full-Time met up, the bullshit that popped off. I had told you, I was dealing with that. And then in addition to that, T-Pre had something major going on in her family. And I had told you, as soon as I get info, we'll get to you to let you know the schedule. I don't know, maybe you thought that we were blowing you off, and then people popping trash online. So you felt like maybe we was trying to be funny towards you, but that really wasn't even the case. I just wanted to address it with all of us. It was just, I was dealing with obviously the shit that happened after we all met up. And then T-Pre was dealing with her situation. And that really was genuinely a thing,
Right.
Yeah, receipts to go with it. But when I told you, like, hey, let's have this meeting, we were really going to have the meeting. Like, T-Pre literally
I haven't even been on live on Black Lounge because I've been so busy with everything I've been doing at home and everything I've been doing in my personal life. You see what I'm saying? I haven't even had time for that. And I even addressed that to you. So that's why I'm confused about this conversation today, because it's not like we haven't
did this privately
in less than a week.
Mm-hmm.
We talked like 5 days ago.
And let me give you some clarity. Let me give you clarity on why this is a public conversation. Because when we had this announcement or whatever it is, y'all claim it is, we broadcasted it publicly to everybody and said, this is what it is. So if I'm getting dragged because you're too busy or because you're too busy to follow up on what you promised this audience or whatever you call this sector or these people, I'm going to take that shit personal. Why? I already got enough motherfuckers dragging me. I don't need extra shit on top of all the extra shit I got to deal with to come on YouTube for somebody to talk to me about how I wasted money to go to New York. But even though you don't like him, he's speaking facts. When I came to New York, I called you and I said, is the photographer going to be there? You said, yeah. Then when it was rainy that day, you said, it's raining, so the photographer's not going to be here. So when you showed up at the bar with the photographer in my face, I immediately was pissed. I didn't say anything to you.
T-Pre was actually with me the whole time, and T-Pre can even say, I never once told you the day of the shoot that we were shooting. I never said that to you. And again, the day before.
And we really didn't have a photo shoot. We had, we took some videos, some pictures at her building, but nobody was going to tell anybody where she lives. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's part of the reason why you were not in those pictures.
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
You're asking questions though, and you got to give us a chance. But you got to give us a chance to address what you're saying. Okay, so I hear you, and I want you to understand. That way, there's an understanding. At the end of the day, the purpose of you not being in those pictures that we took, which was just a couple of pictures, was because we could not tell you and reveal to you where this lady lives. You understand?
What?
I mean, I think that's fair.
What? Are you serious? Okay.
You don't think that's fair?
So now you can't tell me where Breaking the Culture lives. then what the fuck am I getting on a plane for? Because I met you in person. You came to my hotel.
I told you didn't have to come, Shakim. You forgot. So, I told you didn't
I didn't have to come. So again, if I didn't
but
have
then
to come,
also,
I told you several times you didn't have to come.
If I didn't have to come
before you even bought the ticket.
No, hold on. If
no,
I didn't have to
before you bought that plane
I
ticket, Shakim, I addressed with you
and
told you
wouldn't
did
have came
not have
to New York if the plan wasn't to film and do a photo shoot. Why the fuck would I buy a plane ticket if I didn't have to come to do something
you
with
said you still were willing to come.
Business.
You forgot?
That doesn't make any sense.
So you forgot we have all these conversations on video.
I could have drank with you on Zoom. Why did I come to New York?
You forgot that you didn't. You're yelling right now, Shakim. You're not listening.
Shakim, question.
Shakim, I didn't have to come when I told you.
Shakim,
I'm willing to put my money on the line to come do this business. And when I get there, there's an expectation of what it is.
Okay, so
no, you're not listening. You're not listening. You just want to be right, don't you? You just want to be right today.
I listen to you.
No, you just want to be right today because you always right. And she's always right. And y'all ain't never wrong. And y'all don't ever promise people things.
Okay, well, you know what? If that's how you feel, Shakim, if you want to beef with us, then so be it.
It ain't a beef, baby. It's business. This is all business.
It's not business because this is our podcast. You were an employee. So what are you talking about?
Even if I'm an employee, you didn't sponsor that trip. You didn't reimburse.
I wasn't supposed to sponsor the trip.
You didn't do nothing.
What are you talking about?
New York, and it's going to be a podcast. It's going to be a photo shoot. And then when I get there, it was none of that.
You bugging right now. You just trying. You doing this for
I'm bugging. Okay, yeah, I'm crazy. Yeah, make me.
You're definitely doing this for you, sir.
You can try that.
So let me ask. Let me ask a question real quick. Let me just ask. Let me just ask.
It doesn't make sense with what you're saying.
Ask a quick question.
It don't make sense. It don't make no damn sense.
Shakim, let me ask a quick question. When we all initially agreed for the photo shoot to happen, right? Like when this all first was a fruitation of a thing. When we first talked about it, we initially had all agreed on what we were going to do, how it was all going to work out. Everything was cool. We did not hear from you. Then I kept asking, did not hear from you. Finally, you did reach out and was like, hey, I got a flight, blah, blah, blah. Something happened with you ended up having to get a credit for your flight. So that was cool. So then you were like, you know what? I'm not even going to come after we had all had a conversation. We were like, listen, it's so last minute.
What's the contract for? I don't need to go nowhere.
But you're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish.
Because you're trying to make it seem like, oh, I just showed up in New York. Nah, you're not going to make it seem like I just showed up in New York.
All right, shut down.
Hold on.
All right.
You on mute, baby girl. Y'all can get the fuck up out of here. Because y'all not about to come up here and make it seem like I just got on a flight to come to New York to cut the shit. I came to New York for a motherfucking purpose. So if you're going to try to make it seem like I just hopped on a flight and showed up to New York and I'm just crazy because I expected a photo shoot and a motherfucking film crew to be there, then you can make it seem like that. But you're not going to do that shit today. Fuck out of here, bitch. Get the fuck up out of here, bitch. Don't come back up here. Don't ever disrespect me like that.
Hey y'all. YM, did I do good? I was quiet. I was quiet. Okay, so this is my little bit of commentary. And then actually, I did watch like the next hour, 2 hours, but I fell asleep and I woke up and Shakim was still on. But then I went back to sleep again, and then I didn't get a chance to go back and watch Miss T3 and Breaking the Cultural Science. So let me just say this. Make a change, I guess, from your perspective, you make points, but also y'all need to understand too, like some people in here, and Christine, she can testify, Breaking the Culture of Silence is a known lie to us. So like Make a Change feels like the same way about Shakim. Like why would anyone do business with you because of this and that? I feel the same way about her. And I said that at the beginning, you missed that part unless you were like working. So I was just like, ugh. So I'm gonna put Please hit the like button. It's 35 in the chat and it's 21 likes. And also, I feel sleepy. I'm trying to stay up for y'all. And so they got up early. Hit us with a Cash App or something. Cash App, Super Chat, buy some merch. Join, become a member of the channel because I do have some extra videos in the membership only. If you can't do that, please hit the like button. Please share. You got a community world? Share it over there. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Yes, Vita, go get your cappuccino, sis. I'm telling you. That is. Okay, so YM, me and you got the same question. What did they take the photos with the photographer? And I'm gonna say this again. It was reported to me, Christine, back me up. Wasn't it reported to me and reported to you that she not with that fiance no more? So I don't know if this happened after y'all visit, but that's what I was told. So this fiance post had okay, do you want me to go to let me ask you a question. One, if you want me to go to Miss T pre video, or two, do you want me to keep going so y'all can hear about this NDA stuff? See, I don't know. Did she? Okay, one, do you want to keep going so you can hear the NDA part? Or two, go to Miss T pre chat. Y'all need to let me know. And I really doubt that they were just like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but I just heard my name, so I come up here to chat. No, y'all was listening. Someone texted y'all. Y'all texted each other. Look at Shakim said. Shakim said too. Nappy Yankee. We not Nappy Yankee. Stay on topic. Okay, make a change. I understand. But also, and YM already talked to me about this already, but y'all didn't understand. This is a pattern with her. And I told y'all when I did my history of the church sector, I told y'all what she did and what she's going to do. And then y'all were like, oh, stop doing this, and that. And now look what's happened. Heck, Secktah TV told y'all the same thing. Knockout Media told y'all the same thing. Like, damn. Okay. That's why I was quiet for YM social media. I said, why I'm gonna be quiet on this part. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, I got 1-1 and 1-2. I said, one, do you want me to hit an NDA part, or two, do you want me to go on to Miss T pre there? Come on, is it a lag or something? Come on, y'all. Yeah, she is. Thank you, Christine. She's loyal for no one. Herself only. And if she's loyal to you, it is for temporary sake only. One, keep going for the NDA, or two, go to Miss T pre-video. I got 1-1 and 2-2s. That's it. The NDA part is secondary. Okay. YM, you got a part. Okay, so we're gonna go. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Okay, before we start, because you know. Look at Vita V. YM, I know this is messy, but you still here, right? You're still here. All right. Again, this video is protected by Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, which allows for fair use for purposes of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Okay? All right, y'all. Doing this for y'all. This is Miss T Pre.
So we are live, me and Drea, because we are going to discuss this whole situation with Shakim and with Shout to the Void, and where we have been lately, and what we are doing now. What's up, Drea? I'm not gonna play no music, no intros, nothing.
Hey girl, what's up? I'm here.
Okay. All right. So listen.
Well, let's give
There's a lot.
everybody a second. Should we give everybody a second to come over real
Was
quick?
this black?
I mean, we can.
Oh wait, let me share this. Yeah, let me share this on my wall real quick, just so
Let me be
that
quiet.
anybody that want to know, they can just come on and let's just give folks a second to filter in, because we know you ready to go. I told
I'm just
everybody,
saying,
you
like,
mama
this is
bear,
crazy.
you better whoop somebody's tail.
No, I still love Shakim, but listen, this was unprofessional. It was stupid. It was childish. He could have definitely said something. And I talked to him just not even 5 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure what the beef is. And then, for us to have all the receipts that we actually have, which would prove why, and then this unprofessional way that he is addressing this is definitely, I think it's the universe for why certain things have happened in our lives a certain way, that gave us time to actually see that this is going on. So
No, and I agree. Because I was actually very disheartened to see the fact that he was even live just now. It was
Me
just
too.
kind of, it was like, it was frustrating, but then it was just also at the same time like, well, it was only inevitable, I guess.
I guess.
But we did try to handle this. We did try to handle this professionally. We did try to handle this behind the scenes, and I'm just gonna make a disclaimer. Like, I really don't care what anyone.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna stop sharing because I am mute and it's still an echo. It's still an echo or no? Okay, let's try this one again. One more time. Is there those of you who went over there last night, is their screen black? Because I see nobody on this screen. I was just like, am I okay?
Says about me or has to say about what we got going on, because like T Pre said, our podcast has nothing to do with this quote unquote sector or any sector. It's just a podcast that we chose to do. We chose to bring a third party on, and it's not been professional from the third party since day one, if we're going to be realistic and we're going to be
If we're gonna be honest, yeah.
And I've been trying to be very professional. T Pre has been trying to be very professional. I've been trying to be very understanding. I've even let some things slide that have been said, just out of professionalism and out of respect to T Pre, because this was somebody that T Pre brought, like this was her guest.
Right.
And she spoke very highly of him. So when you seen that he was live, you was very disheartened because you like, well, shit, nigga, I brought you on. Like, what are you doing?
And I really, and for me, it was a shock because I don't even know what the beef could be over, considering I just had a conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I haven't talked to him or we haven't been addressing him or having conversations with him. And like the lines of communication aren't open. The problem is
he did what D. Derell wanted. He did exactly.
yes,
And
exactly.
This is all in response to D. Derell.
To D. Derell. We don't give a fuck about D. Derell.
Exactly. And D. Derell has wanted this project.
I don't care what D. Derell is saying. I could care less if D. Derell talks about me until his cheeks become another color. Okay, I don't care. At the end of the day, we are not doing our podcast to please D. Derell or to please his crowd or to get the trolls talk. We don't care about what the trolls are thinking. We don't care about what Derell's thinking. None of that matters. We're not moving on that time. So
it was never a podcast for the sector.
For the sector,
we wanted to do
exactly.
It's just
the only thing I did was I talked to the sector about starting your own podcast and doing things like that because of the ways that YouTube is going and the directions that YouTube are going. So shout out to Couch Potato. What's up, Couch Potato? You said you're wrong. Y'all took advantage of that young man's thirst to compete with Flacco.
You know what?
You know what? No, we wasn't. And that's
No, we really
unfortunate.
truly
And you know
did
what,
want to
Couch
work
Potato,
with him.
I think that may be part of what's going on. You know what I mean? That he's trying to compete with Flacco. And once we realized that, honestly, is when we was like, yo, bro, we're not competing with Flacco. We're not in this to fight with Rev G and fight with Derell and all these people. We're doing this because this is a business, and this is me and Drea's business. This is our actual podcast. We are the owners of the podcast. We 50-50 on everything with this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that comes in to the podcast
Well, and he
is
kept
either
trying
a
to make it
guest.
seem like it was my podcast, and he kept saying like, "You lied to me.
You
You
lied
lied
to
to me."
me.
And
I'm
I'm like,
like,
"What did I lie to you about?" I'm like, "Because personally,
right.
you were never even my employee." Like, so this, and this is when I knew that it was the Derell thing, because Derell been coming for me so hard, and he been coming for you too. But I'm like, you're trying to join on this breaking the culture of silence bandwagon and trying to attack me when I've been professional the whole time, and so has T Pre. But you were never my employee. You were actually T Pre's employee, and you were
Exactly.
looking at it as if this was my podcast, and it was never my podcast. This was something that me and T Pre created together. This was a joint. This was never Drea's platform. This was never T Pre's. It wasn't my idea. It wasn't her idea. This was our idea. We literally clicked and was like, "Oh shit, let's do a podcast."
We literally put puzzle pieces together and put this together. And she brought hers to the table. I brought mine to the table. And this is what we put together. And it's a beautiful thing. And we're still doing it. It's just literally there's some things we have been doing on the side and on the back end in our personal lives that didn't allow us and afford us to be recording and doing as much as we want to with the podcast. That's something that I made very clear to Shakim. He's very aware of this, not only from text messages, but phone calls. We have a group chat message that we have together, and multiple things. So I'm not really sure where his
So
beef
let's
is.
just start
You
from
know
the
what I mean?
beginning. Let's
Just start from the top.
beginning. So I'll go ahead
But before
and
you do, I want to say hey to everybody. We're not dropping the link. We might drop the link later, Couch Potato, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna just talk about some of these receipts because bro is out here tripping and he don't got no reason to. So yeah,
all right,
I'm
so
gonna go
let's
ahead and go
go.
there.
So we're gonna go from April 15th at 2:40 p.m. T Pre started the group chat. She said, "Hey guys, here's our group chat." Shakim hit the smiley face with the love fingers up. "Hey, thank you." I start sending links on places because prior we had talked about like steakhouses and things like that because it was around T Pre and Shakim's birthday fall around the same time. So we were talking about going out, which T Pre and I actually did have drinks and have food and go out and things like that. But Shakim wasn't a part of that because it was pouring down raining and T Pre was with me. But whatever. Anyhow, the group chat starts. Initially, we had started out with the contracts, and with the contracts, we had told him that if he came in, if he sent us the itinerary and let us know that he was for sure coming, and we had tangible proof that he was coming, we could actually hook him up with the Airbnb. We would at least cover his Airbnb, right? First of all, it took him at least 2 to 3 weeks to sign the contract from when we initially signed the contract. I could be exaggerating on the time, but I know it was mad long.
It was at least 2 weeks.
It was mad long.
It was
took forever
definitely
to get the
2.
contract. We had to keep asking for the contract, keep asking
We
for the
kept asking
contract.
him. That's the thing. We asked him repeatedly for that contract before, and also for the travel plans, because in order for us to get the Airbnb taken off the market so he can be in there, we had to have travel plans first.
Yep.
Exactly.
And we kept asking and kept asking.
We asked for that repeatedly. Repeatedly, we asked for that, and he kept saying okay, and he would never send it.
So this is the
that's a big part of why he did not get certain things paid for, and also why I specifically told him I need to know.
And nowhere in the contract did we ever say that we would pay for anything.
We would pay for
Actually,
anything, right?
We never
that wasn't
put
in the contract,
and he was mad about it because we didn't put it in the contract, and we were like, "Well, the only thing that we are willing to put in the contract that we are willing to pay for is the Airbnb." But we need dates and we need to be able to pull this off. And he would not. He never.
He did not give us. He never confirmed.
And I'm gonna tell y'all when he confirmed.
Right. So let's get into that.
So let's get into when he actually confirmed. So we met up on you guys came in on a Friday night. Is that correct? It was a Friday, right?
I came in on Friday night.
Hold on, let me go to.
As soon as I got off from work, I left.
Hold on, because I sent these to you. So let me because he kept trying to say he called me, which is not true. It was definitely a text message, which we will drop these in Patreon. So if you guys want to view the receipts, we have the motherfucking receipts. Thursday, May 5th at 10:47 p.m. He said, Shakim to me, I'ma just plan for the next one. These hotels are booked. I said, okay, love. It's probably because of Mother's Day, I bet. He said, yeah. He ended up writing me in the middle of the night.
Before you say anything about that, right? Keep in mind, guys, we were telling him ahead of time because we knew it was Mother's Day weekend. So we knew that all the hotels in the area would be booked. And if he could get one, it would be super high. That is the reason why we were going to get him the Airbnb, because we have an Airbnb he can actually stay at. But we have to know ahead of time so Danny can actually take it off of the market. He's not about to lose money on his Airbnb for somebody giving him last minute plans, okay? Especially on Mother's Day weekend in New York City. Okay, I want y'all to get the full context of this whole situation, okay? Because this is why we were telling him he has to give us these travel plans ahead of time, way ahead of time. And he kept procrastinating and kept ignoring it and kept going back and forth. And then finally, I told him, listen, we don't have travel plans for you. We don't have anything for you. So I can't book the photographer for you. And the Airbnb is off the table. Because, we can't just
and he
make
was mad about that. He actually got mad at me.
Lose money.
He actually got mad at me about the Airbnb situation. But I was like, listen, you can't be mad at me when we've been asking you for days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks, and you're not giving us the info. Like, no one's losing money to.
Nobody's going to lose money over you. They don't know you, sir.
Over anyone. Like he just said, he's not going to look crazy for anybody. Well, we're not going to lose money for anybody. We're not going to lose money. Exactly. We're not even talking about looking crazy. We talking about losing money.
Coinage. We don't care what people think about us. We're not going to lose coins over this.
Yeah,
that's what we're trying to say. So anything that we're doing with this business and with this podcast may possibly be connected to someone else. So we may need to use them and we're not about to mess up our reputation with them fucking with somebody who doesn't want to put their information up on time. Okay, that's just that. That's just the bottom line.
Facts. So, and he did on Thursday, May 5th, 10:47 p.m. He said, I'm just planning for the next one. These hotels are booked. I said, okay, love, it's probably because of Mom's Day, I bet. He said, yeah. So then he writes me in the middle of the night and he said, and this was, mind you, after T. Pre had already told him that he did not have to come because we were not going to basically work with him. We didn't have the time. But if he came in, we wouldn't have a problem meeting up with him and having a drink or two. That's literally what we said to him. That is.
Hold on, let me say something real quick. No, I have the screen blocked out, y'all. I didn't pay my StreamYard in like a week, so I'm gonna go ahead and pay that shit. But I ain't feeling. I wanted to hurry up and go live
and
tonight.
We will put the receipts out. Y'all will be able to have access to all the receipts. You can have access to all.
I'm going to put some of the receipts onto my on my YouTube wall, but the juicy receipts that we actually have of who actually paid for the drinks and all that stuff, like we actually have. Shakim did not pay. Shakim did not pay.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's make a wait for it. Let's keep it.
Y'all gonna get that on Patreon.
We gonna give
y'all will get that on Patreon. We have a Patreon, okay? This is, since he want to make it content, we got content for days. And that's just all it is. But yes, the stream is black right now. But y'all can hear us.
So he wrote me in the middle of the night and said, yeah, scratch that. Somehow I was able to get one, and he sent me the itinerary. I didn't see it until the next day, which is the day that everyone is supposed to arrive. So technically when he wrote me, it was already like the next day. It was the day of, but it was just in the middle of the
night. Okay, y'all, sorry. No, he's not. Okay, good question. Actually, YM, you had a good question too. Like, who's in charge of what? Okay, so sorry. I just while y'all was listening to this, I had to go walk boy and give him some food. Okay, so Dan. Okay, let me back up. in history. Okay. Danny is, according to Breaking Culture Science, her fiance, or at least I thought was her fiance. Her fiance is not an attorney. Danny's brothers are attorneys. Danny has his own company dealing with some stuff, like websites and design and stuff like that. Brixton, stop. No, that is not correct. Daniel Hernandez is Tekashi 6ix9ine. Stop. Okay, so Danny was fiance. Okay, which it was reported to me they were no longer together, but she's saying here as of a month and a half ago that he got the Airbnb. Is that what y'all heard? And I think Shakim said, Breaking the Culture of Silence said that he was going to do the website for them. Okay. Can't get a question. Yeah, make a change. That's why I said, did you want to go through the NDA stuff, which went over the stuff in writing, or did you want to go to T Freedom video? And y'all said T Freedom video. So that's why we over here. Okay. All right. So let's go. We're gonna keep going.
Night. So I didn't see it until the day of. Mind you, I had told him prior, like if he gave me fair warning of when he was coming in, I would come pick him up, right? I was like, I'll come grab you from the airport, just let me know. But he canceled, so I had no reason to think that I needed to be at an airport the next day, because he literally, as you guys seen or heard, which I will send these receipts, he said scratch that. Somehow I was able to get one after canceling the day before.
And this is 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Period. In the middle of the night. So I wrote him back.
Now, mind you, so keep in mind, guys, in his mind, he thinks we're supposed to tell professional people that they are supposed to stop everything they're doing to accommodate him at the last minute.
Literally
with our business.
We're talking literally within 24 hours. Like
within 24 hours, we're supposed to tell a professional photographer, as well as a person who already has the Airbnb rented out now. Okay.
Yeah.
That they are supposed to do this and this to accommodate somebody who we gave ample time.
He literally canceled Thursday.
He canceled.
He literally canceled Thursday at 10:47 p.m. He canceled Thursday, May 5th, 10:47 p.m. I'ma just plan for the next one. ... 3 dots. These hotels are booked with an explanation point. And then 8:38 a.m. I said good morning with the little sunshine, and I laughed and said, Joe ass. I said, where you coming in from? And I meant to say what airport was he coming to? He said good morning, and he sent me his itinerary. So then he said, literally, mind you, he's telling y'all that I guaranteed him a photographer, even though he canceled Thursday. I didn't respond to Friday morning. And literally, he says, good morning, sends me the itinerary, and then says, if you need to pay the photographer more money for an extra person, I'll cover that. So how does that equate to me promising him a photographer? Because I'll wait. And I have
now, wait a minute. And also, I told him like a whole week ahead of that we had to, you can forget about the photographer, because the photographer is getting paid. He is a professional photographer. Okay.
He actually is.
He actually has, like, he does modeling. He does actual.
We won't even
like,
say
I'm not even going to say the names.
I don't want him getting trolled. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say the names of people that he actually does professional work for. Okay. But these are celebrities, y'all. These aren't just some fly by night people. Okay. So this is a professional photographer. How are we supposed to tell this photographer at the last minute that he's got to fit somebody else in?
He already has
Friday morning.
Now, mind you, just now on live, he said that he was pre-promised that he had a photographer guaranteed to him. He was pre-promised these things. These things were pre-established before he even booked his flight. He booked his flight on the contingency of shooting a podcast and having a photographer. But my text messages say that at 8 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, you were texting me saying, if you need to pay for the photographer for an extra person, I'll cover that. How does that equate to me saying? So my response was exactly this. Oh, so you're coming in from LaGuardia thinking you weren't coming. I did not make plans for the kids to have a sitter to come grab you real quick. You can take an Uber or a yellow cab to your hotel from there, or you can take a train into the city. And then I sent him a screenshot of how to get to where he needed to go. So tell me how that is me guaranteeing you anything. You did not come to New York with the contingency of having a photographer and having a podcast. You came to New York with the contingency of you knew that you were not going to be a part, but you wanted to just be here to be a part.
Exactly.
And you didn't set your shit up properly. So that right there just dispels this text message alone dispels everything.
And we're gonna upload everything to Patreon, y'all, so y'all can read it yourself. Y'all can see everything. Okay, so as far as the contract, right? We had a contract between him and.
Well, wait. I would say this before we go into the contract, because you know YouTube like to get people to say things and do things. When it comes to the contract, we will say this: it is a contract, and that is between Shakim and us. If Shakim decides to expose what his contract is, that's on him. We'll put it like that, and we'll leave because the contract is the contract was written.
The contract is intricate.
For a reason.
It's 100% there for a reason. We know exactly what's in that contract.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna let him expose it if he wants to.
He can do that on his own.
He's welcome to do
I'm
that.
not going to be the one to do it, and neither is T Pre, because we
Hey, Officer
are
Pillsbury.
the employers.
Hey,
so
sometimes I appreciate you being in the building. Defrauding, I appreciate you being here. You said, see, look at Ghost. Didn't I tell you that was going to be the narrative? You said fair enough. Okay, because
so
we're gonna protect ourselves. We're gonna protect ourselves legally as well.
Just
but I will say this. I will say this much. He does not have a dog in this fight at all. And literally, he could have just talked to
our asses are covered. But that's what I also want to get into. So that was that. So before T Pre goes into the bill, because I know T Pre want to go into the bill, I want to also talk about this real quick. So this is my thing. When we brought Shakim on, we let him know what it was. We had our private conversations amongst ourselves about how the show would go and things of that nature, which is, just between us, and that's just whatever. But Shakim had actually reached out to me today. And he had said to me, and I felt that I handled this professionally. Since he wants to talk about professionalism, I was actually very professional. As a professional, you don't run to YouTube and talk shit about people that you're supposed to be working with. You handle it professionally, which is behind the scenes, because again, this was never a show for YouTube. This isn't a drama show for YouTube. We were doing a podcast. So to say that we're unprofessional, the fact that he's even live right now and just talking about us just goes to show that you're unprofessional. So this is what happened today. He writes me at 8:45 p.m.
Now keep in mind before you say that, okay? I have been in New York, not even with Breaking the Culture. Okay, I've been with my my social club all weekend. We had a reunion this weekend. So I've been partying like a rock star since Friday night. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So when I woke up this evening, this is when I wake up to all these text messages. I didn't know anything about Shakim feeling no type of way, nothing, nobody, nothing. And keep in mind, I just talked to him a couple days ago. So I'm not sure, like there was no beef on the phone.
Hey everybody. Okay, so I'm looking at a shout into the void that I put into the chat, and this is what it says the podcast is about. The podcast where we discuss latest topics, celebrity gossip, all the way to the she happen in our backyard. This is the void where anything goes and there are no rules. Come shout out your thoughts with us. So okay. Great question, Sassy Toy Lady. Okay, somebody in here is probably in that Patreon. So can y'all go over there and just can somebody in here is in that Patreon? I don't know who. Either they in the bushes or they in the chat. Can y'all go over there and see if there's anything over there and just report back. You can just email me. It'll be anonymous. Just say if there's anything over there. Well, go to the community wall. Is there anything over there? Okay, all right. Let's keep going.
We talked for a couple hours too. There was no beef on the phone. There was no issues. There was no nothing. There was a full understanding from what I saw. So if there was more of a problem, I feel like he had multiple opportunities during this time, from the time that we were in Brooklyn with him, okay, where he could have addressed that there.
That, girl. We gonna get into
until
that.
now, where he could have actually spoke to me. You know what I mean? And people know me, like even people like Sometimes and other people, y'all know me. Like if there's a problem with T-Pre, I ain't got no problem with you talking to me. Like you can come and tell me, you can come talk to me. You see what I'm saying? And we can work some shit out.
Well, because you and I even
but when
have
you
that
make something public, I can drag you like you trying to drag me. And I'm gonna drag you harder because I got actual receipts. So you know what I mean? That's just what it is.
But that's the thing. You and I have even had that experience where you came to me about a situation and I came to you about a situation, and we both came to each other on some hothead shit, but we were able to be adults and handle our shit behind the scenes.
And nobody ever heard about it.
Nobody,
nobody even know about it, right?
But let's get into these texts real quick because this text message thread I feel is very telling. And mind you, T-Pre hadn't even seen this shit yet. T-Pre didn't even know what was going on because as these texts were coming to me, I was dropping them because I'm a real bitch. Like T-Pre, when we agreed to do our podcast and we agreed on how we were going to do our podcast, and we agreed on whose roles was what when it came to the podcast, we have both 110% respected that. Like if T-Pre says like this is my role and this is what I'm doing, I've respected that. Like when she said like this is my employee, this is who I brought on, I'm responsible. If he talks to you about anything, it needs to go through both of us. I've respected that. Like I have refused to have sidebar conversation with Shakim about the podcast per se. Like just regular conversation is one thing, but just which we don't even have much of that, just a little bit him checking in on me, which is also why I'm so bummed about this because he's also been very sweet to me, like checking in on me since all that shit happened, making sure I was good. So this is very unsettling to me because it's like, why? But whatever.
Why? Right.
So anyways, when we both made it very clear what our roles were, we have respected that. And anytime he's come to me, I've always said, we have to do this with T-Pre. Like I refuse to have separate conversations because that's how it gets into the whole he say, she said. I'd rather us all be in a room together, which you guys are going to see today. I'm going to read this to you. Shakim writes me at 8:54. Hey, happy Father's Day. I wanted to address my issues with you directly.
I'm sorry. I have a problem with the text messages not being shown on the screen. I mean, you can screenshot them, you can upload pics, and you can see them. I'm just wait. She was balling out and then paid a StreamYard bill. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's too many disconnects, but I'm just okay. Let's keep going
because I feel like these things need to be said. 1, I'm upset that I spent over $2,000 in New York when you told me the plan was to actually do a podcast that never happened. 2, what was the purpose of signing a contract when there's no business plan or schedule? 3, this situation is making me look bad because I promised my audience we were doing something, but there's been no follow-up or leadership from you and T-Pre on the business side. 4, why did you lie about the photographer not being there when you guys were with him when I met you that night? These things are bothering me, but I wanted to let you know directly. So I said, hey, I hope you had a good Father's Day as well, ! I went to address all these issues in a Zoom with you and T-Pre. T-Pre was the one who directly brought you on, so I believe we need to do a group Zoom. I know we had all talked last time we did a Zoom on what the plan was pertaining to the podcast, with your availability this week. He says, you can set up a Zoom, but I already feel lied to, so what's the point? So at this point in my mind, I'm like, well, then why the fuck you text me in the first place if you feel like what's the point? Because I'm trying to address what the fuck you said. But I'm in my corporate mind going, okay, cheaper, call center. Well, well, because
well,
I'm like,
let's go ahead and address.
yes, I'm like, well, because you feel that I personally lied to you, but I did not bring you on. And when we did the last Zoom, T Pre made it very clear that you are her employee. And when it came to the podcast and how the schedule would go and all that, technically all questions you had would mostly go through her or all of us in a meeting, which is what we all agreed to. So I wanted to definitely address your issues because that's how respect works. I respect you, so I definitely want to address everything you said. So can we all be on one page? I personally am sorry if you feel upset and want to give you clarity for what you're asking for. Just let me know a day and time. I put all of this in the group chat, and hopefully T can be available to talk as well. So mind you, at this time, I put it all into the group chat. I threw it all into the group chat. So T Pre had it all. So she could see everything that was said between me and him because I don't play that funny business shit.
Right.
Like, this was her person. I want her to know I'm not going behind her back, doing no weird shit. Total transparency is what we agreed to together. And that's what we both have stuck to. So
I want to address, okay, go ahead.
So this is it. He said, that's fine. I'm already on one at this point, so you can set it up. He said, so you can set it up. I said, are you still in the group chat? And did you ever talk to T about any of this? Have you expressed this to her? I know you had said you were going to hit her up. He never responded. T ended up calling me after she saw everything. And then next thing you know, he was live. So I actually did try to handle this professionally. And before he even went live, T Pre woke up and seen the text, and she actually, just so y'all can see real quick, she responded in the group chat. She at 11:02, she said, hey guys, I will make a Zoom for tomorrow at any time. I'm off tomorrow and just got back from a trip. I responded and said, okay, cool, let's do it. I can be free after 4. And next thing you know, he was live with Photon.
Yep. So I want to address a couple of things. But before I do, I see your question, R&T. I'm gonna go ahead and get to that in 1 second. But we actually gave Shakim a specific role, okay? And this was after I'm gonna tell you why it took us so long to decide on his role, okay? Because at first we were gonna use him as a panelist on the show, as Defrauding said, okay? We were gonna use him as a panelist every so often. He was not intended to be on the show every single time we're live, okay? It's kind of like with the No Jumper podcast, as you guys have seen. Flacco is not always live every single time No Jumper is live, okay? So there's multiple people that are on that podcast. We intended to do the same thing. So Shakim was not the only person that we were actually intending to use. He was one of many people that we've talked about, and one of many people that I've actually talked to and actually have talked to about this role, okay? So there's a couple of people in this sector that I've talked to about this role, and we still intend on using those people. Okay?
And mind you, Shakim is actually in breach of his contract by going live right now.
By going live right now.
If we wanted to be really, really
we could
petty,
really go in.
I could actually hem him up because he could say,
because of the contract.
Because the contract is actually legally binding. He could say it's not, but it is.
It is.
And it was actually a lawyer that drew it up, and T Pre knows who the lawyer is.
I know who the attorney is. Yep.
It was actually drawn up by an attorney. It wasn't something that we just.
This is not no fly-by-night Google contract.
This was like, even if it were, we all signed it. Even if I had pulled this shit off of Google.com, or if T Pre pulled it off.
I'm sorry, I had to come up on here. Did you say a lawyer came up with this contract? And then she didn't just say, oh, it's not like I got this off of Google.com. Now that's in my head. That's what I feel like it came from. Yeah. If you are in this sector and they said that there are other people in this sector they came to for this podcast, you need to go take if you sign one of these, you need to go take this to somebody to read this. Right, Officer Pillsbury. Right, Mrs. VS09. Like, now, can we keep it real? Now that I'm hearing both sides, I do feel like there's miscommunication on both parts. I do, but I'm still trying to figure out this whole goddamn photographer thing. I don't think that ever got cleared up for me. You say that I can't come, the photographer can't do an additional person, and they said they willing to pay for the person to come in, so they're paying them for an extra hour, and it's raining. Then later on, you show up with a photographer with no camera. If you having a fiance, how come he can't watch the kids for an extra hour? Where did y'all take the pictures at? At her place or the Airbnb? I just. Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to get it again. I had to ask a question. Like, wait a minute. But I still think that there could be, like someone said, coercion or what's it called? Something by fraud? I don't know. Allegedly. I'm not a lawyer. I gotta ask somebody, you know. I would have to agree. And that's why when I told y'all earlier in the video, when I saw that Shakim was there, and I was like, oh Lord, I wish I could tell Shakim run. I wish I could tell Shakim run. But he was already there. Right? I was like, this is not gonna go good at all. But to be honest, I thought the other two would have fell out first before Shakim said he was not gonna do it. Spot him down. Shit. Ain't gotta be like that. Okay, thank you for YM, thank you. T-Pre said we're taking at her building. I take that means to breaking the culture of Silence's house. Oh, is that why she said something about she didn't want him to know where she lived, even though he said, I can pay for an extra hour? Oh yeah, I remember that. She was trying. Okay, this is a long story. Back in the day, over a year ago, she was trying to help pass a bill, and then we found out later on through investigation, the bill had already been passed. It was not 1959. It was like 2018. It was like that December, but she was making it seem like us like she helped pass this bill, and we did look the bill up, but it was like after some of her lies wasn't adding up, we were like, man, we gotta do some more investigation. I'm like, wait a minute. This bill got passed way before, like a year before, 6 months before she even. Yeah, it's a whole mess. So you didn't feel comfortable enough with Shakim knowing where you stay to take photos? Can't you take pictures of someone somewhere else and then put the person in the photo? Okay, let's go back. I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Fucking ADP.com. It doesn't matter. You signed it. That is legally binding. People should know how the contracts work. You legally are actually violating your contract by even doing this. By going live, you violated that contract, and you should have read it because that was the whole point of an NDA. That was we haven't said it.
So is it an NDA or is it a contract?
Literally, and we didn't discuss any of the details. That's why I said I was not discussing any of the details of the contract.
say something there. Okay, I'm gonna say something. Okay, I'm gonna say something. And Louis Franklin and Christine Parks backed me up on this. Beautiful. I think you may have been around there too. Don't this sound like when supposedly a social gospel comedic commentarian had an NDA with the pastor not to talk with them, to be a consultant, right? A consultant agreement. They were supposed to advise them on things concerning their image in the church, but it was actually an NDA. Do y'all remember that? Christine and Louis Frank, y'all remember that? And then somebody went online and started talking about it, and then the preacher sued him. And the preacher said, "Oh, this is an NDA. Hey, Slander God, I missed you, man." I think they did have these discussions, but I just don't know if the communication was still there. But like I said, I wasn't there. But then, okay, so like the preacher sued the social gospel commentarian for a breach of contract. And I think one side said, no, it's an NDA. But on the form, it's like consultant agreement, which was like another word for them saying NDA. So was this 10-page NDA, was it a contract or was it really an NDA? And what does, and I hope Shakim explains it to us. Is he still here? Like, what does the NDA specify? Because if it specifies you can't talk about what goes into the podcast, like what we're gonna do to be a part of the podcast, then he may not be in violation. I'm giving my opinion. I'm a teacher, not a lawyer. Yeah, always read this fine print. Okay, let's keep going.
Right.
Because
of the legal binding
it is
of
the
the
NDA
contract.
in place. There's actually an NDA
We're
in
not
place.
going to speak on
He signed
certain
a contract
things.
and he signed an NDA.
Oh, it's two documents?
Because there was an inkling that this would happen.
It's two
documents. And I'm gonna tell y'all what gave us the inkling. When we first went, and it's still there. I still got the video up on my channel. We had did a shout into the void. We did one video and we posted it on my channel. And on there, he was addressing Rev G and everything Rev G was saying in the chat and going back and forth with him. And in the background, we were trying to tell him, yo, stay focused on the podcast. We're trying to talk about these subjects. We're not trying to address the audience because on our actual podcast where we're at on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, you name Google, you name it. We're not talking to an audience. We're talking to each other. Okay. And that's what a podcast is. You're not actually addressing like you would on YouTube. Okay. So we're trying to get him to do that. He wasn't catching on because in his mind, I feel like he's trying to be part of this podcast in order to keep up beef with Flacco and keep up beef with Derell and Couch Potato and everybody. We don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, he probably wants to be friends with Derell now after what he was saying on the live. Because like he said, he was like, they made me sign a 10-page NDA. We did. And you probably should have read it. Because if you had read it, you would know that you probably shouldn't be live right now discussing anything that we talked about, because we did have an NDA as far as what was in that contract. And you've exposed a couple things that was in the NDA, but that's neither here nor there. But we do want to dispel this lie of 2K. Now, I can't say that he did or did not spend $2,000 in New York. I don't know what the man spent, but what I can tell you is that he did not spend no $2,000. He didn't even spend 2 cents on me.
Stop right here. I do remember Miss T Pre went live because I did see the video. Okay. Then Shakim went live on his channel and then Breaking the Culture Science went on their channel. And I think they were all live at the same time, but they were all like looking at each other from different degrees. At least that's what I remember. And there may have been an extra video. I forget whose channel. And also there was an extra video on Breaking the Culture Silence channel, but she deleted it. But I screen recorded it, but I saved it. I'm not sure when I'm gonna release it, but I got it. Should I release it? Or should I not? Should I put it in Buy Me a Coffee? Or should I put it in membership? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Okay, let's go back to what they're saying. Okay.
Not me either.
To be honest,
Somebody
somebody
said
said
not
that
one
dime
dime
at
on
the
me.
table that night, and I know it wasn't my card. I know it wasn't your card, and I know.
Wait a minute now. I remember somebody made a video and said, "Oh, some young man is trying to impress people or buy people. They trying to show that they got money and buying up the bar." And I do remember Photon said, yeah, you bought the whole bar, drinks, and you bought us food. I mean, all Shakim got to do is show his credit card receipt. Y'all making some good questions in here. Oh yeah, totally. And pay for the Uber for everyone, right? Pay for the Uber for everyone. I know Uber must have a record of people being sent somewhere for an Uber. They say they got receipts, and I think Shakim has receipts too. Because remember, Identity, you wasn't there. There was there was supposed to be a photographer taking their picture, and they were supposed to be recording for the podcast. It didn't get done. But the photographer who couldn't do it because it was raining, he showed up for drinks with Breaking the Culture later. So, but my thing is were you the photographer or were you her friend? Because I remember some videos. I need to find all these videos. I remember a video she said that was her friend. And that, these were cool people. I didn't know them. That's why I brought my friend with me, just to be on the safe side. So was that your friend or was it the photographer? Or is the person both? Like, but then YM said he was always an employee, but I didn't hear the word employee till last night. And then I think they just said, "Oh, your employee, our guest." But when they did that thing a month and a half ago, I didn't hear that. Let me get back to this. Okay.
No, it wasn't full time.
Okay, yeah, I'm letting y'all know. I'm not gonna do it.
My guest didn't even drink or eat with us. He was just there for bodyguard purposes. So with
Yeah.
that being said,
oh wait, hold on. Let me go back. Who was there for bodyguard purposes?
But we actually gave Shakim a specific role. Okay. And this was after.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why it took us so long to decide on his role. Okay. Because at first we were going to use him as a panelist on the show.
Okay, I went back too far.
Sit on my channel. And on there, he was addressing Rev G. Hold on, before you say anything real quick, I want to address this. Yes, he was extremely clear on what his role was. We have actual recorded video conversations with Shakim. Okay, where we have had every conversation that we had with him was on a recorded Zoom call for this reason. So he knows exactly what his role is. He knows exactly what he was supposed to do. He knows he owns nothing. He has no percentage whatsoever on the podcast. There's no monetary amount. Nothing. Nothing is in there. So yes, he is very aware of his role. Well, I'm not sure. Again, we're confused on why he feels so much beef because literally none of that is there.
And
so yes,
lie,
he's very clear.
What really annoys me is this whole like you paid for me and you paid
$2,000. So let's get into that.
First of all, you didn't pay for anything for me or for T-Pre because my man took care of me and T-Pre from the moment T-Pre came to my house. T-Pre actually stayed with me the entire time. So T-Pre was with me. She was with me.
If T-Pre stayed with her, where is this Airbnb that Danny's supposed to have come from? I'm confused. Can someone explain to me what's going on? Make a change. He said he went over it with them. But he still wasn't getting the answers. And from my own experience with one of them, they say a lot of shit that sound good, but it's not really good. And you find out later on, it's like, oh, this shit is not what you told me it was. You know, the Secktah TV, I think that's gonna happen. If it's not Fleece, it's gonna be a big blow up. And I really hope T-Pre doesn't. I'm really sad that this happened to Shakim. And I just feel like when it comes to Miss T-Pre, it's gonna be worse for her. And I feel really bad about it. Like, but at the same time, like, okay, I know I'm biased. Y'all know I am. But I told y'all this shit months ago. But y'all like, oh, y'all just have history. This is not okay. Do y'all get it now? If it involves her, don't do it. She got a track record. A track record. Thank you, Sexually. What you need an Airbnb for then? I tell you why I think she lied about the photographer. I think let's say there was a photographer. Okay, this was a photographer. But now that's not a photographer. But she brought her friend, who actually may be her boo thing, who is not Danny, because I know what Danny looked like. That wasn't Danny. And they came down there to have drinks and Kiki, and she probably told Danny, like, oh, I finna go out with the podcast friends. That dude was, and what was his cover? Oh, this is a photographer. Did he have a business card? What was his name? Do you remember what his name is? Is he on LinkedIn? Is he on Instagram? Because usually photographers have pictures of all the people that they do. They was worried. Okay. They was way too flirty with him. I think they wanted him to themselves. Oh. Pillsbury. Which person said they had celebrity clients? Tell me, was it Miss T. Pre or was it Bacon and Culture Time? Who said that man had celebrity clients? Come on, Pillsbury, because they video is long and Shakim's is too. And I'm almost at 3 hours myself.
Kids, my fiance, my family, my friends, extended friends. She was. My buddy ended up coming with us because my dude, which T3 had, my dude literally.
Okay, did you hear what she just said?
As far as what was in that contract, you've exposed.
Listen to this part.
Which
part?
But we do want to dispel this lie of 2K. Now, I can't say that he did or did not spend 2,000 in New York. I don't know what the man spent. But what I can tell you is that he did not spend no 2,000. He didn't even spend 2 cents on me. If
not me either.
To be honest,
He
someone
didn't spend not one dime
at
on
the
me.
table that night, and I know it wasn't my card. I know it wasn't your card, and I know it wasn't Photon's card. And it damn sure wasn't my guest. My guest didn't drink or eat with us. He was just there for bodyguard purposes.
Did y'all just hear that? What did she just say? She said something about someone card declined. It wasn't your card. It wasn't my card. It wasn't Photon's card. It wasn't my guest card. My guest came with me. He was there for bodyguard purposes. I thought you said he was the photographer. Shakim. Shakim, you still in? Okay, so Shakim, she told you, you said, hey, y'all got the photographer, I'll pay for him because you say like, hey, I'm being an inconvenience, I'm just showing up right now, I'll pay for being an extra the extra time to photograph a person, right? And she tells you, according to you, she says, no, he's not available anymore. And then later on, when you at y'all on there drinks and having stuff, she say, oh, this is my photographer friend, or she say, this is my photographer. Because right now, she just said it was her homie. Something, Okay, so Breaking the Culture is the one that said that this guy has celebrity clients, but she wouldn't name who the celebrity clients was. Shakim. Yeah, she introduced me to the same day. She said he wasn't available. So let me just get this right. So she said, oh, he's not available. According to her, oh, I don't have a babysitter, but her fiance lives with. Okay. Y'all go to the club, the bar, whatever, and she shows up with this man and says, hey, this is my photographer friend. Or did she say, oh, this is my homie? Or did she say, hey, this is my friend? Or did she say, hey, this is whatever that person's name was? And did you assume that was a photographer? Or did she say he was a photographer? Okay, I'm not sure if I'm. Can you write it in there? Let me see. When y'all was at the bar and she showed up with this dude, did she say, Hey, Shakim, this is the photographer. She introduced him as a photographer. Okay, all right. But she just said right then and there that was her homie. He was there for protection. If he's your homie for protection, you just didn't say that. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
And that's what a podcast is. You're not actually addressing like you would on YouTube. Okay, so we're trying to get him to do that. He wasn't catching on because in his mind, I feel like he's trying to be part of this podcast in order to keep up beef with Flacco and keep up beef with Derell and Couch Potato and everybody. We don't give a fuck about that shit.
Well, he probably wants to be friends with Derell now after what he was saying on the live. Because like he said, he was like, they made me sign a 10-page NDA. He did.
Yes.
You should have read it.
You should have read it, sir.
No, that you probably shouldn't be live right now discussing anything that we talked about because it did have an NDA as far as what was in that contract. You've exposed a couple things that was in the NDA, but that's neither here nor there. But we do want to dispel this lie of 2K. Now, I can't say that he did or did not spend $2,000 in New York. I don't know what the man spent. But what I can tell you is that he did not spend no $2,000. He didn't even spend 2 cents on me. If you're going to be honest, somebody card at the table that night, and I know it wasn't my card. I know it wasn't your card, and I know it wasn't Photon's card. And the damn sure wasn't my guest. My guest didn't even drink or eat with us. He was just there for bodyguard purposes. So with that being said,
bodyguard purposes. My guest was there for bodyguard purposes, which you introduced him as a photographer. That's a good point, beautiful. Why you gotta lie and you really don't need to lie? You just say, hey, this is my homie, my friend. Oh, Danny couldn't come and he didn't want me to come by myself, so I got my friend to come with me. You could have introduced him as your cousin. I mean, like, I just, okay. I'm gonna do a couple more minutes.
So the whole 2K disclaimer. So let's talk about the 2K because I mean we're gonna talk about this. The 2K. Okay. So let me first put a disclaimer out that me and T-Pre had already been day drinking. We did our photo shoot and we was day drinking. We were drunk before we even left the house.
Right.
We were drunk before we even left the house, which is why my buddy ended up coming with us because my dude which T3 met, my dude literally was like, hey, I got you. Can you make sure the girls get home safe? So
Hold on, before you say anything, real quick, I want to address this. Yes, he was extremely clear on what his role was. We have actual recordings.
Oh, did she just explain it? Her dude told her to take the other dude with her. Yo, this is. Wait, did they say they was drunk already? Shakim, I'm glad you out of it. So I wish you had never started. I hear more, and I just oh Jesus, be a friend.
Video conversations with Shakim. Okay. Where we have had every conversation that we had with him was on a recorded Zoom call for this reason. So he knows exactly what his role is. He knows exactly what he was supposed to do. He knows he owns nothing. He has no percentage whatsoever.
There's not a monetary amount in his contract.
There's no monetary amount. Nothing.
In his contract.
Nothing is in there. So yes, he is very aware of his role.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. Again, we're confused on why he feels so much beef, because literally
it's
none of that is there.
And
so yes, he's very clear.
What really annoys me is this whole like, you paid for me and you paid
$2,000. So let's get into that.
First of all, you didn't pay for anything for me or for T3, because my man took care of me and T3 from the moment T3 came to my house. T3 actually stayed with me the entire time. So T3 was with me. She was with me, my kids, my fiance, my family, my friends, extended friends. She was there.
Everything. I met everybody.
She didn't have to pay for anything, but she graciously offered every single time. Every single time it was, Drea, do you need me to do this? Drea, you want me to get something from the store? Drea, you want me to pay for this? Drea, I got these drinks. Danny wouldn't even let her.
Danny would not even let me pay.
There was no paying for any. She was our guest. She was our guest. She was in our home. She was staying with us. We covered everything for her.
So Shakim, I want y'all to if he paid $2,000, he didn't pay for me.
It wasn't for
Nothing came to me at all.
And he also didn't pay for me because I have the receipts where, one, his card declined at the table.
And she had to pay.
We were actually at, hold on, let me see. I'm gonna tell you exactly where we were.
She used Danny's credit card to pay. It was not Shakim, because Shakim's card kept declining.
We were at, I'm gonna tell you exactly where we were. And Photon will know if this is where we were, but we were at the Brooklyn Moon Inc.
Yep, the Brooklyn Moon.
Brooklyn Moon Inc. So I have the screenshot where I actually
his card declined.
So this is what happened.
Card declined.
What happened was the person that was serving our table, brought the check, right? Shakim was like, I got it. And I was like, no,
but what are the receipts? How come we can't see on the screen?
Like sitting off to the side of me. And I'm like,
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Before you go on, I want to say this. Listen, y'all, we got the receipts. Okay, we have the receipts. We have actual bank statements.
I have my bank
statements and everything. We have bank statements and everything.
And we have the bill that I have the cash app that I sent to Shakim, and it even says what I sent him. It even says that I have it literally. So this is what happened, y'all. Mind you, when we were there, all
card kept declining.
You were being too nice,
decline, my nigga.
So
decline.
Let's talk about this.
And y'all can get the receipts. Y'all can get the receipts on our Patreon. Okay, we are not giving this up for free. Since this nigga want to go live and want to talk shit, that shit gonna get paid for. Okay,
You do have the receipts, y'all. And I am gonna drop a couple of them on my wall. So this is what happened, y'all.
I'll drop a couple on the wall.
Mind you, I was literally
somebody go check the walls.
Drinking earlier.
Somebody go check the walls right now.
Started drinking during the day, so I was already drunk. So by the time I got there, I only had 2 drinks. I had a glass of Merlot. I should have been tapped out on the glass of Merlot, but I ended up doing another drink. Right, I had 2 drinks, and then T3 had 1 drink at the last restaurant that we went to. We were already lit before we were pre-gaming before we got there, literally. So when we got there, I ended up, mind you, Merlot was like what, $9 on the menu. We were in the hood of Brooklyn, so we probably paid $7 for a glass of Merlot. In the video, I even say what I'm drinking, because in the video I was drunk and I was like, she won't give me a glass of Merlot because that's what I was drinking. Merlot is $7 to $9. I ended up cash shopping Shakim 30. Mind you, I cash shopped him over what my drinks were because I only had 2 drinks and then T Pre had 1. Our bill was literally $20. I gave him 30 for GP purposes, whatever. So I cashed out him 30.
No second card, girl. It wasn't no second card. It was decline, and now she had to pay.
So I
and
literally
we got the bank receipt.
And I have the
and
bank
we could have been exposed.
So yeah, because you want to know something funny though, I won't say who it is, but somebody literally was saying to me like, how are you letting him like say that he paid for your shit? And I'm like, whatever, like it's business, like I don't even care, like it's not that deep to me, like whatever, like nobody. I'll tell you this, like T-Pre, you met my dude, you know ain't no other dude paying for anything for me when I go anywhere. It's not happening. Danny is not even giving another nigga the next chance. He's not even.
He wasn't even letting. Listen, I'm gonna put it like this: Danny wasn't even letting me pay for anything. Like he was like pissed off if I'm pulling out cards or anything. Like I had to sneak in the middle of the night to order pizza. Right, sis?
No, that's real shit though. She did though, because she told him she was good, and then he went to bed, and then she ordering pizza to my house. I gotta stay up all night with this bitch waiting on pizza. But she did though. She waited until he went to sleep to order some fucking pizza.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go back to something. I'm gonna go back to Shakim's video. Okay. I'm gonna go back to his. And then here's we stopped at the 37-minute mark on Miss T-Pre, so I'm gonna put this in the chat. Y'all can go see the regular. We at the 3. Oh, we over at 3-minute mark. They dropped one episode. I put it in the chat, V2V. But Sex Toy Lady, she said she hadn't heard Shakim on it. Shakim, were you on that episode on May 25th? Okay, so we gonna go back to Shakim.
It's crazy
because Shakim and Photon talk about the drinks. Talk about the drinks. So y'all can listen to yourself. Like,
I expected a photo shoot and a motherfucking film crew to be there, then you can make it seem like that. But you're not gonna do that shit today. Fuck out of here, bitch. Get the fuck up out of here, bitch. Don't come back up here. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Ever. Don't disrespect me like that. Because I'm not crazy. And I know what the fuck we talked about. So y'all women can do the semantics with another nigga. Because I'm not that nigga. I'm not going to win with you based off words and recollections of what this was and what that was and what we said and what you said. No. I hopped on a plane because I talked to you and you confirmed that there was a photo shoot when I got there on that Saturday. And then there was supposed to be a filming and neither motherfucking thing happened. So I ain't crazy. And you can say I'm crazy all you want. Nigga, it ain't the Hennessy, it's facts. I'm taking an L today, but I'm taking an L so I can teach you how to take an L with grace and how to take an L with love. And how to take an L with knowledge and wisdom. Take the L and learn from it. And if a motherfucker want to play word games with you and go back and forth with you about what was said and what wasn't said and what this is supposed to be and what this wasn't supposed to be, don't do business with them. Full time. We got a video done in 3 days. How we already got shit done in 3 days? We about to play that in a minute. But that shit got done. Because Photon's about his business.
So Shakim and Photon, what kind of business did y'all do?
For this nigga to produce a video for me. It don't take a million conversations and 30 Zoom meetings to make it happen. It don't take that much. All it take is you keeping your word and me keeping mine. That's it. So stops because you have a problem in your personal life. Nothing. Never
What's
got
the
that.
time?
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't do business, but I'm going to come. And when I get there, this is what we're going to be. Oh, and so even when I'm drunk, I'm still the issue.
In jeopardy.
Then to think about what we about to do together as men and women, this is what happens. You don't got a lot of me. You could
trying
tell
to get
me,
to the part where
you could have told me,
they
I just
tell
want me and
Shakim
T-Free to
that,
be in the
they
photo
said you
today.
didn't pay for the drinks.
I would not take
and
it
then
personal.
Photon explains that Shakim did.
I would not care. Trust me. It wouldn't make no difference. So I don't know how they go. Go ahead.
Do you think that they originally intended to have that photo shoot at the Airbnb that they didn't want you to know about? You don't think that they could have found a mutual meeting place that would have been safe for them, that they would have been comfortable? Why? I just think it was just bad timing, bad planning. Is
bad planning. Yeah. Well, no, I was supposed to stay at the Airbnb. So keep this in mind, right? I was supposed to stay with them. We were supposed to all sleep together at the same Airbnb.
Whoa, you were supposed to sleep together. Okay.
Yeah, we were supposed to sleep at the same Airbnb. They was upset, or not upset, but I would say they were kind of iffy because it took me a week to sign my contract with them. So because I signed the contract that Sunday before I came, they said you can't sleep at the Airbnb because you.
How many pages? How many pages was the contract? Is the contract?
It's about 10 pages.
10.
Yeah. It's long. It's long and it's strong. And
a week isn't long. A week isn't long, especially for a 10-page contract.
It's
for
not,
you to review
right?
it, because there's a lot of legalese language in contracts, you know, that you got to read over. You may want to read over it with someone else, you know, before you just bind to yourself to an agreement.
Facts. Yeah. And it
so
took me time.
You can't give. So you're saying that they got offended because you took longer than a day or two to sign?
Yes, it took me time to read what the contract was. I don't just sign contracts because you send it to me. Like, I work for the government. Like, I'm not about to just sign anything. So I said, okay, it'll take me 2 or 3 days, right? That's what I said. Then my mom got sick. I had to go pay her motherfucking credit card, get her out the hospital, pick her up from the hospital, and then I had to think about what we about to do in New York. And I said, okay, I got time to read it. So I got time to read it, and I read it. And I said, okay, I can agree to this. You don't want me to disclose certain information. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I don't got a problem with that. But they were saying, oh, it took you 7 days instead of 5 days. So you can't stay with us at the Airbnb. That's where the whole you don't got to come to New York shit came from, because I said, okay, well, I'll still come. I'll buy my own photographer. If y'all filming, why would I not be there for the pilot? We were supposed to film the pilot.
In this 10-page contract, was there any clauses that mention any money?
No. So once I signed that contract, the non-disclosure, I was supposed to get another document that's told us what we were being paid, and that said I will be paid.
Wait. You had they sent you a 10-page non-disclosure agreement?
Yes.
A 10-page?
Yes.
What was 10 pages that they didn't want you to disclose, and now you going live disclosing? Do you think that you're breaching the contract?
No, I'm not, because I could countersue and say, you sent me a contract and did not deliver on what the contract was about. And what the fuck am I coming to New York for if you said, okay, just come to New York and we're going to photo shoot it and do the podcast?
Oh, so she gave you the green light to come to New York?
Yes.
She said that.
She gave me more than a green light. She said, originally, she said, if you come to New York, I got an Airbnb for you, and I have all of this other stuff for you. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll come to New York for that, right? And then when I get there, it's like, I got a photographer, but I don't need to tell you that the photographer is going to be here with me and T Pre all day, and I'm gonna bring that nigga to the bar in your face, so he can sit here and kiki and get off your free drinks. I didn't know they was bringing that nigga. I thought that it was just them. I thought it was just her.
Well,
and
nobody
T3.
was using you for. We could have all each paid the drink bill. What do you mean? Do you think they were really using you for just alcohol? I mean, come on
No,
now.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying she brought the photographer and had drinks with me and talk with me and chill with me for hours with the photographer in my face that she just said couldn't be there because it's raining. So I'm thinking when she pulled
Well, he
up with
couldn't be there to shoot. He couldn't be there to play the position, to play the role as a professional, as his profession, which is photography. Wouldn't you say?
no, because he didn't show up to shoot no photos. He came there to kick the shit with me and you at the bar. Like we was like everything is good. Like like if we would have had a photo shoot that morning, I could understand him coming to the bar and us kicking shit and all of that later that night. But that's not what happened. What
So what are
happened
you
was,
saying? The photographer is a wino? He just came for free drinks? That what you saying?
of course he did. Did he didn't come for nothing else? What did he come there for? He came there for me, right? Did he come there for
Damn.
me? He didn't come there for
I guess.
He didn't come there for what did he come there for? What did the photographer come to the bar that we met up at for? What did he come there for?
Protection, backup, maybe? I don't know.
She has a fiance. She doesn't need that.
Hey, but they were kind of flirty.
I know. I'm hip. I'm already hip to that. I'm already hip to all of that. Like I already peeped that when I was there. But my point is, when he,
Did you see me stroking her hair?
I did see that. I saw that. I did see that. But
Shout out.
Wait, so your homie bodyguard is stroking your hair? What did you do that? Okay.
Out to Propane.
Shout out to Propane. He wasn't there to do his job, is what I'm saying. He was there to key and be her boo. And that's fine. I'm sure T-Pre probably wanted to fuck that nigga too. Hey. I don't care. I don't care who nobody's fucking.
You said T-Pre wanted to fuck him too. You think
if I wanted to go to New York,
you think they had a menage? What you saying?
I don't know what they did. I wasn't there, but I'm just saying if I went to New York for dick or pussy or whatever the fuck they went there for, I would have told you that's what I was there for. But I wasn't there for none of that. I was there for photography and videography. That's why I went there. So I don't give a fuck what they did before they came to the bar, but you bringing a nigga to the bar that you telling me not available because it's raining. It was raining that day. Like, that's unprofessional. Right there. Don't bring the photographer to come smile with his gap in my face.
Damn, but it was raining that day, Shakim. I mean, even my equipment, and I just bought just some mics and some, my laptop and some other things, and they damaged now. My stuff is damaged due to that night. The weather was very bad.
It was.
I gotta buy a whole new computer now because of that. I don't even want to talk about it, but yeah, my whole shit, a lot of my equipment got messed up. So I gotta give it up to him. I gotta say that it was a kind of a rainy day to be bringing out equipment and whatnot.
Yeah, nigga, it was raining. Nigga, we could look up the weather right now. You know how much it rained in New York City that day? Mother's Day was a flood. So when she was telling me like
Wait. Mother's Day was way after that, wasn't it?
I mean, not Mother's Day, but the day before Mother's Day. The day before.
So I remember I was in the jacuzzi on Mother's Day. That was a minute. I was at the spa with two beautiful women. But I digress. Go ahead.
I bet you were, but like I'm saying, she said no photography. We can't have a photo shoot because it's raining. Is it really so that we can't have a photo shoot just because it's raining? Like, people can take pictures in the rain all the time. We didn't even have to shoot outside. We could shoot in my hotel. I had a hotel. We got paid $300 a night for.
Damn.
And we could have shot at the bar.
Facts.
And
I knew the owner
at the restaurant.
I knew, right. I got cool with the people there. That's crazy.
We could have took a picture anywhere. We could have took a picture at the train station. We could take the picture
at Barclays Center. The Barclays Center across the street.
Yeah. We could take a picture anywhere, nigga. Like, we don't gotta be at your house to take a picture. I didn't agree to take any pictures at your house. You hired that nigga. You started flirting with that nigga. T-Pre started flirting with that nigga. Y'all got fucked up. Damn. And it took y'all like 2.5 hours to meet us at the bar because y'all was kikiing and drinking with a nigga you supposed to be doing business with. That's the problem right there. Let's start mixing business and pleasure. Let's stop being platonic with people that we supposed to be doing business with. If we say, me and you, we supposed to be working on videos, I don't need a stripper at the motherfucking shoot. I don't need a prostitute outside the area.
Wait, so you call it the photographer a hoe? Damn. Oh, shit.
The photographer was thirsty, but I'm not worried about him. My issue's not with the photographer. I don't care. He got paid. He still got paid. No matter what y'all try to say, he got paid. Because you think they showed up with a photographer that didn't get a check or a cash app or a donation that morning? That nigga didn't show up with no footage, no cameras, no lights, no backgrounds, and no screens. They took
it wasn't in the trunk? It wasn't in the car?
They didn't show up in their car. They got an Uber there. They didn't bring shit. Like I said, if they wanted to take pictures at the bar, we could have took pictures at the bar. They want to take pictures at
dark in there. It wasn't enough light in there though to be taking pictures. Real talk. I mean, we could have brought lights, or maybe had the guy turn on the lights after all of the stuff. I mean, yeah, we could have made it happen, but at the last minute, and that's what I was even saying.
That's what I'm saying. She lied and said the photographer wasn't available that day because it was raining. That's what she said. So I don't know
because it was raining.
Try to say, Andrea.
Not because she didn't have a babysitter.
I had a girlfriend.
Did she say she had a baby? She didn't have one for the babysitter.
So I got a history with Andreas. Don't play with me. You said the photographer couldn't be there because it was raining, but you showed up with that nigga after you took pictures and lied in my motherfucking face. So I'm gonna go in on your ass. And Derell, I don't like him, but if you telling the truth, I'm gonna tell you you're telling the truth. He told the truth. So now I got to take another L. I got to take another L on top of all the other L's that I got to take because a woman wants to deceive me. There is nothing worse than a deceitful woman. Period. A woman that lies to you in your face, that shows up with a nigga in your face.
Is this going to hinder their growth?
Flacco,
so
that's why I'm upset.
You paid to, my way back home, and that's what I'm saying. So I don't.
You leave where you at and come to Michigan. You come to Detroit, and you show up where I'm at. And then I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll just come and drink all the drinks that you got. And that's what I do.
Yeah, in the other one you gotta go back. She said something about at the very beginning, she said, because she's saying it's like she's reading off the text message. That's why I said the screen is black. I can't see no text message. Y'all could have put text message on the screen. And she's reading these text messages supposedly and saying like, "Oh, he texted me at this time," and Shakim said that. And then I said, I told Shakim I couldn't do it because I didn't have another babysitter to watch my kids. And I was like, babysitter? I said, well, this is the house or the Airbnb? Okay. Oh. I think they can't. It looks like they canceled the Airbnb. But because he didn't contact them or something, they can't. Okay, I'm trying to get all straight. I can't.
How would you feel from a business point of view? Like, nigga, like we supposed to be doing business. Like we supposed to be creating something. We're trying to build. We're not here to cut the shit and drink and key. That's not what we're here for. So I'm sure what you said, they said I'm broke.
Who said that?
I hope they said.
Okay, he froze for about 30, 40 seconds. Then he comes back on. It's 51 in the chat. It's 32 like. Come on, y'all, hit the like button. Bless the cash app, super chat.
Can you hear me?
You can't do anything else. Please like, share, subscribe. Come on, 53. Come on. We're 20 more people.
Are we live?
Hit the like button.
Let's see if I can see the chat.
Can you stop talking to Shakim like you see?
Yeah. Testing. See, this StreamYard, it got to be a way to StreamYard. If y'all there, y'all need to be able. If I can read the chat, I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if I'm on.
Okay. So they said my card declined. What did they say? Photon, you was there. Did my card decline when we went and got drink?
No.
Decline that night?
No. I was wondering. I was like, damn, because you just kept ordering. You kept ordering more drinks. You was like, y'all good? Y'all want any more?
Right? Was anybody worried about how they was gonna get home that night? Was anybody concerned? Because I dropped them off.
You paid for a Lyft, you paid for a Lyft or Uber just for me to go get the vest. Remember? You paid because I was like, yo, let me get the vest just to play on with the narrative. I wear the same stuff. And you paid, and you was like, yeah, go get the vest and the glasses. And you paid for it. And I came back, and that's when they were already there. So, and then you paid to my way back home. And that's what I'm saying. So I wasn't fearful of you doxing me. You saw one of the places that I lived. You saw that. You saw, well, so at least for that night, I don't know all your finances, but yeah, you was spending. You was Big Willie that night.
And it's not even about being Big Willie, but it's just the fact of like, I didn't have no problem. I prepaid for that restaurant we went at. I ordered our shit before we even went in. So I made sure we was gonna have a bottle. We was gonna have everything. Like, I didn't care. So for them to try to make it a narrative that I'm broke now because I called them out about how they don't do business correctly is hilarious to me. They said my card declined.
That was her homie bodyguard. Because I remember a video saying something about, I'm going to meet these people. I never met them before, but I brought my homie, my friend, just in case. That's when I heard photographer last night. I was like, photographer? I thought that was her friend. And then she just confirmed it was her homie, it was her friend, because Danny couldn't be there. Which y'all remember what I said earlier about Danny not being her fiance, but I guess he still is a fiance because supposedly Miss T Pre met him. So, okay.
And they have photo proof.
Oh,
let me pull up that video. Let's see what they talking about because you see, this is what women do. Not all women. I want to be very specific about.
Right, all of a sudden you dusty. Yeah, I know how that is.
Because some women, like the women I deal with, if I would have showed up in their city and bought them drinks and made sure they got home and all of that, they would have took care of me. But they didn't. They didn't even invite me to their Airbnb. You feel me? So, like, I would love to see what they have to say because you can't say that I'm broke. If all you got is that I'm broke at this point, you don't understand why I'm angry. I'm angry because I spent money for no reason. That's why I'm angry. That's why I'm upset. I wouldn't even care if you pay for the trip. Like, if you pay for the trip, I don't give a fuck. Like, why would I be upset?
And you know, there's cheaper places to stay rather than 42nd Street. That's very expensive to get a hotel out there. That's not some broke man type of living to just pay for hotels and just pay for cab rides and drinks in New York City. It's very expensive to live out here. Real talk.
Absolutely. And when I picked my hotel,
not to cut you. That's why I don't get these people. People say dusty. Like, yo, it's very expensive. I don't know where people live and what they paying for mortgage or rent or drinks, but to live in New York, even though step outside, you spending at least $100 just to step outside and have a good time.
Just to step outside.
That's just at least $100. Real talk for a hot dog and a few drinks. Don't bring some people with you or have kids. You know, I would really love to see somebody try to come out here in New York and live. But yet I'm dusty. People living in one-room shacks and shit, crying over photon and being mad. I don't get it. Like, they delusional in my mind. But I don't know your finances, but what I saw with my own eyes, you were spending like you had it, and like everything's good with you. So did you get hurt off of that money? Is that money that you spent? Are you gonna be able to get that back in some way, or what? You really suffering now because of that? If you are, hit the Cash App, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me put my Cash App on the screen in case anybody wants to donate. So where is it? Yeah, so it ain't even that, bro. It's like,
no problem, YM. You keep me on my toes. Ray Triggs being such an enabler. Ray Triggs, how come they been people been mad at you lately? What you do? You did something you probably supposed to do? Oh, my hair's okay. I'm sorry, it's still early in the morning. Okay, y'all. It's been 3 hours and 38 minutes. I don't know how much more I can do. If y'all want to watch all 3 parts with no commentary, so you can get it yourself, I'm putting it in the chat. These are 3 videos I'm putting in here, and this is their podcast. Shout out to the board. There is an episode. Okay. I gotta go lay down after this. The moral of the story is, well, I know what I'm gonna say. Be very careful who you do business with in the sector. I want to know what this NDA look like. Shakim, are you gonna show that? Well, you probably can't show the NDA. Can you? Well, I hope. Well, if you can't show the NDA, I hope you're gonna show your receipts that you paid for all that stuff, because they putting stuff in their stuff that they said your stuff was declined, and make a change. Make a change. Flacco comes over here to be messy and lead. I do believe on Miss T pre-show, someone said Flacco showed up. So I don't feel like I can't. It's been 3.5 hours. Over 3.5 hours. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here with me on these 3.5 hours. Over 3.5 hours. For those of y'all who missed it, I hope I was helpful. Should I apologize for the bias? Yeah, living life to the fullest, baby. You got to go back to the beginning. And guess what? I still didn't go over. The only video I got all the way through was Derell because his was the shortest. It was 22. It was 21 minutes, 22 minutes. Shakim was 6, and Miss T Pre was 3.5. Oh, who is this up in here? You ain't no fun. You waited all that time to come in here to say that. Dang. Right when him said, yeah, Flacco did show up. So y'all gotta go catch that. So all right. Oh, no, so you didn't have your channel until December 15th. All right. Who y'all? I hope y'all have now we know whose shoulder count that is, right? Y'all really don't get, like, we know some of y'all's writing style. We know y'all writing style. You might as well should have just stayed in the clouds. Okay. All right. So, please hit the like button on the way out if you didn't. Please like, share, subscribe. In case someone else missed it, because some people say, hey, they missed stuff. So I know mine was long, over 3.5 hours, but it was 9, maybe almost 10 hours worth of stuff last night. So I put their links to their videos in the chat and in my description. I'm gonna put their podcast in the description too, in case y'all want to share that. Yes, I do have bias, but I'm also a content creator, and when I do a reaction or commentary, I'm gonna put those individuals' links in the chat. Right, I can. Yeah, right. And usually if they're complaining about me, I know 1 or 2 places they came from. Either somebody in the Black church circle that don't like me, or somebody in over here that don't like me. So it's like, okay. Yeah, all right. But you gave me a view today, though, and it helps with my algorithm. Was that the righteous troll? Who's the righteous troll? Well, if you see them in the chat, their thing is called "This is Appalling." I blocked one the other day. Who was that? Did I block the other day? Mr. KPRC, KRP. They used to have a really long name called like Keeping Peace, Respect, and something else. But then they switched it, and I'm just like, where you come from? You came all the way up here on my own page. And that's also why I did this, because I was a lot quieter last night. Because when I want to say what I want to say, someone gets mad or upset. I can't go on nobody's panel. They, get up. I get people attacked for that. But over here, I got a little bit more control. We got pleasant people in the chat. So I'm glad. Thank you, Vita V, YM Social Media, Brixton, Ray Triggs. Thanks for being on somewhat of your good behavior. Niggas get mad when I change my screen name. LOL. Living life to the fullest. Make a change. NAP, Nappy Yankee. Shakim Ra exclusive. The Secktah TV. I know some of y'all don't get along, but hey, thank you for being good in the chat. Contribute to discussion. Thank you, Sexy Toy Lady. Who else is in here? Who else is in here? Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Officer Pillsbury. We know you late. Thank you, Identity Withheld. You see you more often. Thank you, Lewis Franklin, Christine Parks. Who else is in here? Thank you, Tiff Piff. Thank you, Mrs. VSNC09. Who else is in here? Thank you, Brixton. I think if I miss someone, blame it on my head, not my heart. I didn't mean to. Thank you, RN Entertainment. I think he said he's gonna go over the Secktah commandments. I think I need to go over the Secktah commandments too. I'm gonna have to take notes. Oh, check out my narcissism video from last night. Also, my Juneteenth video, and also my Happy Father's Day video. So today is the 20th. Juneteenth is also being celebrated today. And thank you, Slander God Grace, my channel with your presence today. I am so happy you came out, man. I miss you. I do. I miss you. I do. I miss you. I hope you're doing well. And let's see. Thank you, LB the Snake Man. LB the Snake Man, I hope you make a video about Vince McMahon and the WWE. Thank you for the super chat to Secktah TV. Trying to think. Anybody else in here? Thank you, Osan Yemi too, for coming. Thank you, beautiful Bernice. Thank you, Zeb. All right. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Hopefully, y'all get to have another day of barbecue. Happy if you have a day off. Happy Juneteenth. There are some movies. There are books. There are videos, documentaries. There are probably some museums open today. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers in the chat, all the fathers who are watching. And I'm saying happy Father's Day. And I'm sorry, mothers, just like I said last night, single mothers, it's not Father's Day for you. That was Mother's Day. Don't hijack Father's Day from the fathers. Okay? All right? So, all right. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Thank you, living life to the fullest. Josephine of the chat sector, where you been, sis? Were you in the class this whole time? Oh, Slender's supposed to be launching a new channel. Oh, okay. Oh, you just woke up from your nap, girl. Then I'm sorry. I got up early. I did a survey, and they were like, if you do the survey, we'll send you a $25 Amazon gift card. So I was like, yeah, why not? But I've been up since then, so I may or may not come back on later today. So I also need to do a movie reaction to the movie I saw yesterday. I watched some other movies and series too, and I need to do reactions to those. So, but thank you for being here for this one. Whew, I'm going to go lay down, y'all. Or go drink me a green apple Smirnoff. It's one of them days. It's almost noon here. Boy, my dog is knocked out on sleep. He looked like he been where he worked a 12-hour shift and just came in. I love my dog. B2B said, look at growth. Oh my God. Why on social media? Remember that troll that said that thinks that you're Josephine? He slipped up the exact same way. Y'all remember what I said? And I forget whose chat it was. And Satan was bothering me. And I said, not today, Satan. In the chat. And then Black Jesus said, don't worry, let me see the transcript. I got you. I said, thank you, Black Jesus. Oh, okay. All right. I'll talk to y'all later. And Josephine, when are you going to go live again, ma'am? I've been waiting very patiently. Very patiently. Okay. I'll talk to y'all in somebody's chat. If I'm not talking, I'm in the clouds of the bushes. Oh, that was yours, propane. Oh my goodness. Yeah, V2V, you missed him. Slander came in the chat earlier, but you came after him. Hey, Propane Ugly, I'm so glad you're here. Did you go on this morning? Because then I can go catch your replay. I think Eyes and Tony was online too earlier. I need to go catch her replay. I'm gonna go lay down. This was a lot. I don't know how y'all do them 4, 5, 6, 7 hour lives. In 8 minutes, it's gonna be 4 hours for me. And I actually just like chatting with y'all, to be honest. But Propane still I think Propane's favorite though is when I told Conscious Energy, he was saying something to me in the chat. I said, Conscious Energy, don't you need to go down? Don't go downtown to get with your connect. Propane laughing 2 minutes straight. Oh, sing and go lay down. Oh, I got the little thing too. I don't have the whole song. Where is it?
Go lay down.
I'm sorry. At one point, they were lying. They were saying stuff, and I just wanted to say.
And I said, no, devil, you lie.
I just wanted to say that a couple of times. When I was talking. I know YN would have been really mad at me. Every time they talk about the food, the money, the photographer, the Airbnb, I don't know if I still even got that all straight. I think I'm about to get like one of the little boards with the lines that say, okay, Airbnb photographer. I'm gonna be over there on RNC. Oh, is he online now? Okay, good. Okay. What time? So I can tell everybody. Oh, by the way, FYI, I might need to show y'all this video. Do you know to help you with the algorithm, you can go into your YouTube settings and then add on the end screen and on the cards, you can suggest other videos for people to see. So you could ask them to see, let's say, a previous video or your next video or another video that is related to yours. Okay. Did y'all know that? And it helps push the algorithm. When your video is added to a playlist, that helps push your video to the algorithm too. So definitely make playlists for your videos. Okay. And also add end screens and cards. The cards things are the little things that suggest the video throughout the video. And at the end of the video, you usually have like 2 or 4 things. They'll say, hey, watch this video. Yeah. Also, thumbnails are very important too. And I think my friend Matt Church, he taught me a lot of that stuff. Also, Information Man show on Infor Media Live. He does a lot of that stuff too. So maybe I'll do a video showing y'all how to do that. But yeah. But there are lots of content creators in this channel. Definitely subscribe to V2V, Propane, Josephina Secktah, Ray Tricks. You got a channel, but some people mad at you, Ray. What you do to them? Somebody gonna explain to me. Okay. Shakim Ra, Mr. VSNC09, Spot 'em. I be trying to like share your name and it never get. I just be like, okay, I have to find this video and share it somehow. So Ray Trees, the trees is short for triggers. The intro of my video is done. Okay. Ray Trees talking about he don't know. You know. You know. But y'all, RNT Entertainment, aka DJ Drama, he's doing a review later. So we all need to meet up over there. Okay. And probably the 3 people or the 4 people we mentioned today, they'll probably go live again. So there may be a part 2. So just saying. All right. Okay, y'all. Love y'all. Bless y'all. Bye.